talking about flashing lights, baby. Flashing lights everywhere.
Niggas was saying shit about me. They didn't even fucking know me. This is my story. This is what I was doing when wasn't nobody looking.
Y'all don't know what goes on in practice or the locker room.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! Let's go! Tuesday, still no basketball on. But your favorite basketball show. We don't take breaks. We out here for y'all, the people. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good.
What's good?
Everybody wore blue today, except for me. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Didn't get the memo. So this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us.
What they do? How you doing?
We got the dream killer, Rashad McCants, back on the couch.
What up, Shotty?
Okay, I like the coordination.
Hey, man, leave me alone.
Coordinate.
Leave me alone. It's my first day back, man. They've been waiting on me. Y'all gonna come at my head already? Come on, man, let me
Y'all here
live.
coordinating.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little bit more money than I was last year.
Okay, that's the most
You know what I'm
important.
saying? I could go shop for some shit now. Shit.
Go hit the ball. And we got two-time NBA champ Norris Cole back on the couch with us for another day. Had so much fun yesterday. Had to keep it going today. Look at that. All gravy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a live show and things do happen. That's why you know and love Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. Trae Young has been the subject of trade rumors, but which team would be the best fit for the three-time All-Star? Luka and Jokic bromance was on full display All-Star weekend, but will they ever join forces to create a super team? Joker has some thoughts on that.
And how tall is Luka?
Yes, that's a big boy. That's a big boy right there. And Wemby has been phenomenal in his first year in the league, but what's the transition been like for the Spurs rookie this season? But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use promo code GIL. They will match your first deposit up to $100. You know, I see you looking, you still been doing the pick'ems?
I'm nice, man.
You back?
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
You back.
I mean, I went 0 for 7 in the three-point contest, but I'm back.
I was out of town. I couldn't.
I took everybody. I took lower on everybody. Didn't realize there was a new format of 30 possible points.
40, yeah, it's out of 40 now. With the starry balls, Gil, the starry balls is worth 3.
Yeah, I'm still taking.
You went lower on 26?
Yeah. No, there was no 26 first round. It was all like 22.
It's like 20.5s.
I'm like,
Malik Beasley's the only one who betrayed me. 20.5, he hit 20. Just needed one more money ball, but got it.
Well,
not good sometimes.
So I got one right then. I got his.
Okay.
Technically, Steph's still the champion, though, right?
That's 29 is 29.
I would like to see Damian and Steph go head-to-head in the point contest.
Technically.
Obviously, Steph is the best shooter all time, but I think Dame got the most range.
For sure. And in honor of the NBA season kicking back off later this week, we got special pick'em deals for you guys all week, help you get your bread right. As always, we do MostlyFans at the end of every show. You drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username. We use it on the show. We'll give you a $50 bonus if you send us a video to MostlyFansGil@gmail.com. And we use that video on the show, and you include your Underdog Fantasy username. We will give you a $100 bonus. Please keep the video under 30 seconds. And you can ask us about more than just basketball. We are life, hoops, culture. We deal with a little bit of everything. Always got great perspectives. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. So let's get into it. It ain't even March, but the madness is already starting in college basketball.
Moves to 3-10.
After a game between Texas A&M Commerce and Incarnate Word, things got a little testy in the handshake line as an all-out brawl.
Damn.
It was punches, slaps, kicks. Police got involved.
Scholarships getting revoked.
It means more in the Southland Conference. Now, both these teams are near the bottom of the Southland Conference, and it'll be interesting to see what punishments are doled out. Seems more just frustration than anything.
Everything
they fighting for last?
They're close.
We still have
All
guys
of a
running
sudden,
after
it's
people.
one guy want to lash out and do nothing.
Yeah, that's
Just did a bunch of nothing, man.
Have y'all ever been in a brawl like this at any point in your basketball career?
Looks like a young girl.
Wingill, high school league.
Well, we got
NBA.
a Blazer that has blood.
What brawl was it? Oh, the Blazers one?
The Blazers one, yeah.
Guys
You threw a
that
punch?
need to get to
No, hell no.
Tell you where was you at, Gil? You laying low?
I was holding the chair, protecting myself.
Good move. Always a good move.
Like you're supposed to.
How about yourself, Norris? You been in a brawl like this?
High school.
What happened?
One of their players, we was beating them, pretty good. And one of their players punched our big man, and our big man chased him all over the court. His parents came on the court, and once the kid's parent ran on the court, it was like a melee. It was like a melee. People was getting knocked out, fighting. It got ugly. I just got my back to a wall and just got out of everybody's way.
Okay,
I saw my parents, they was cool. They saw that I was cool, so they stayed in their seat. As long as I was cool, they stayed where they were supposed to be at. But the people who was in action, the cousins and all that was on the court. Punches was being thrown. It wasn't a bunch of nothing like that. It was actually real blows being thrown. Cats was getting hit in the jaw. You saw them dropping. Like.
Oh, no, there was some punches there. You just got to see. You got to look.
There's a lot going on.
That was a...
You know what I'm talking about back in Dayton, Dunbar versus Belmont.
If you would have watched, a few people was on the floor getting dropped.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Shot, you said you never been in a situation they weren't messing with the dream killer like that?
Nah, just stay away from it. Because I get serious when it's time to get serious. I don't want nobody touching me, not even teammates, officials, everybody. Don't touch me.
You the cam man.
Don't grab me while somebody's swinging on me.
yeah.
Don't grab me.
I don't play none of that. No.
Norris, you smart. You always get to the wall.
Get to the wall.
You-
Head on the swivel. Get the chair.
Back up.
Get your chair, Gil. Get your chair. Alabama.
Because it's always this. The one who looks like he ain't part of nothing always gets hit.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, you get sneaked.
Be sitting there and just...
What you doing over here? What you doing?
If I get
This
hit,
ain't just hit the dirt.
hey,
What you doing?
if I get hit, the hat going up. Like Montgomery Brawl.
No, what is wrong with y'all? You don't just hit people that's not even part of this.
I try to keep the peace, man. Hey, man, y'all relax. Calm down.
So also have another video to show y'all another situation that happened during a recent basketball game. Bro, I got hit with the German suplex. I don't know what it is about Germany that makes them want to suplex like that, but they do things differently out there.
Hey.
Them intentions of that swing.
I'm about to say, why was he swinging like that? He was clearly not trying to score on you. End of the game.
That's fair. So what you doing if somebody body slams your teammate like that?
The same thing his team.
I'm about to
Get
say,
up. Get up. Get up, man. Get up. Get up, man.
Right.
Get your ass up, man. We gotta leave. Gotta go to the locker room, man.
I don't know why you messing with that man
His
like
team,
that.
This team is like back there.
You want some?
No more.
No. I'm going to the locker room.
That's what you can always tell the respect that they have for the player doing it. If the whole team was like,
we got to stop him, though. The slam got to be over. You can't slam him and then do nothing else to him, though.
No, it's overseas, though. Look, you gotta understand.
It's a different world.
Overseas, you don't fuck around with them. They got the army motherfuckers in the crowd. You don't know whose daddy is who own what. Bro, they send motherfuckers out there to do shit like that just to antagonize you. When you the import,
right? You a long way from calling your help.
They'll tell you that too. Oh, you'll fuck with me. We fuck with you. Yeah. And you don't want to fuck with them. But when you by yourself, all that slapping and shit, they do that shit on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we want you to react.
Yeah, never go down like that where they got home court advantage. Anytime I go to Mexico, it's y'all got it. Hustle me, go ahead, take it. Y'all got
Go
it.
ahead.
I don't know what I'm dealing with out here.
You gotta hold your own though. You just don't go overboard.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta let them know, like, hey,
Don't fuck with me. Yeah,
ain't no punking going on. But at the same time, you gotta make sure it don't get too aggressive because it's thousands of them. It's one or two of you.
Yeah.
Your help, it'll take 2.5 days for them to fly over, and they still.
ain't
no calling for help.
They outside waiting.
They outside waiting on you.
And the bus don't move. The bus not moving.
You know how much money it's gonna take to ship that many people overseas
Right,
to help.
exactly. You by yourself.
You know, spend $30,000 to get 10 people there.
No help. Ain't no help coming. Ain't no help coming for you, bro.
All right, well, let's keep it moving. During All-Star Weekend, Damian Lillard was asked to name his starting 5 of current NBA players.
If you could create your own starting 5, what's your team?
It would be me, LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, and I'm going to go with Bam Adebayo.
So, for those who hearing impaired, Dame went with himself, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Bam Adebayo. You may notice the list doesn't include Giannis.
That's his friend? Bam is his friend. That's his,
Okay, that's his friend. But a list does not include Giannis, the other half of Freak Time. Yeah, Dame and Bam are close friends from their Team USA days. How should Giannis feel about getting snubbed on Dame's starting 5?
Why would he be on Dame's starting 5? It's his starting 5. Because they're teammates? Now? 30-something games?
Yeah.
I don't even, first of all, I don't even like doing pick and roll with you right now. Because they double me. I mean, I'm a pick Lopez. Like, this is, like, you know, when, like, you asking me, I'm thinking about the game. He'd rather do pick and roll with Lopez before Giannis, so I don't even see why Giannis would be a part of that.
Just off GP, you gotta put your teammate.
Fuck no.
But why wouldn't you want to do a fucking pick and roll with Giannis?
Because they double me.
Run through that shit.
They double me.
Get around that shit.
No, they double
me. Stretch the fucking double.
I'm not.
By the way, that's a good lineup, though, what he said. It makes sense.
Yeah,
I know you're a big fan of Bam.
Yeah, that makes sense what he said. But as your teammate, and Giannis is a big dog in the league now, he a top 1 or 2 or 3 player in the league.
Okay, who you gonna sub him out for then? Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
But if Giannis was my teammate, I'm not saying Bam if he was my teammate. Even if I believe that, I'm not saying that. I'm
But
saying
Bam is
Giannis.
his best friend. But Bam is best friend.
Best friend, we can, we best friends.
Yeah.
But you're not on this list.
100%.
Dude, who's my teammate who I just got traded for that we trying to win this shit with, I need all that camaraderie. I got to gas him up. I need that. And as a point guard, you got to think like that.
Then he should have just named the whole starting 5.
Just the Bucks starting 5?
Bucks.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton probably feel a type of way too.
Politically correct answer.
Yeah.
And nobody would have thought about it. That's a good lineup too.
100%.
Well, Giannis would have been a good lineup too.
Well, you can see he clearly wasn't even thinking like that. He was just name and boom.
No, I mean, that's a heck of a lineup. I'm going to be honest with you.
The
What
only
he said
people
is
who
great.
is Bam, but we know why Bam is that's his friend.
No, Bam is deserving to be in that spot too. Don't get the tripping.
Ooh.
Don't start tripping, G.
Top 20 to 24?
Don't start tripping, G.
Top 20 to 24?
Over him.
Especially in that lineup.
Is it? He didn't say top. He said his starting 5.
Yes.
Not the top players in
Not
the league.
Giannis.
Not top
Giannis.
players.
Not Giannis, not Embiid, not
favorite. This is some favorite players.
He picked,
Look at that.
He picked his favorite.
the best point guard.
You got great shooting, you got playmaking, you got height, length, and you got Bam who does everything else. That's a great lineup.
All you need is a passer that be.
Bam do all that. Bam dribble handoff, he back all that. What?
So Bam over Joker?
Yeah, he ain't no Jokic.
We seen what happened when Bam faced Joker.
Yeah, we saw that, but guess what?
Yeah.
Joker going against the rest of them, Bam don't have to be one-on-one because he got Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph.
Seen Joker going against the rest of them. It's you and me down here. We know what that goes.
Yeah, everybody. But Joker do that to everybody, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Joker do that to everybody.
So you're picking already, we Xing that out. Your friend
That's his friend.
gets barbecued.
But that's
cool.
But that's his friend, so he picks him. But I mean, Giannis, they don't even have a relationship. They don't even have a relationship now.
Why?
To be in the top 10. But nigga, I just got here. I don't know you like that.
You
But
ain't
before
just
they got
here.
there, they were saying they wanted to play with each other.
Cool.
You've been here for a while.
But I just got here.
You've been here for a while.
Cool. But I don't even know you like that.
Remember,
You should know me like
I don't
that.
even know.
Remember in the All-Star, they were saying, who would you want to play with? And he was like, Giannis said, Dame Lillard. Dame was like, who would you want to play with? Giannis and Antetokounmpo. Now they're together and you going to leave them off the list?
You gonna say Bam?
Yeah.
And everybody know you wanted to go to the Heat in the off?
Especially, when did those comments come out? Was it after Giannis said he don't watch game film?
Gil, do you believe that Giannis?
Yes.
You believe that
1,000%.
So the smirk on his face, you believe that Giannis really?
1,000%. I can see his game, and he don't.
Damn.
He just go out there and play basketball.
Damn,
So Giannis can't even
Gina.
joke around.
Damn, Gina.
He was dead serious.
Damn, I'm feeling
don't watch
some
film?
biased hate coming from the couch. I'm feeling some biased hate. He been hating Giannis ever since he went to go work out with the
said it
team.
hurt.
He can't stand it.
Bruh,
He's like, oh my God, you can't go. You go down there
I
for 3
said
days.
ever
You
since-
learn some
no, no,
shit. This nigga, fuck this nigga.
Correct yourself.
Fuck this nigga. I don't like him no more because he went to a king for 3 days.
See, now that's a false statement.
God damn.
I think I said it way before that, and then he went with Hakeem.
What you don't like about Giannis, though?
Good, but you also say Giannis top 2 in the league.
No, I said Giannis was top 2 in the league. The only thing he needs is he needs a better IQ for the game of basketball. Right now, he's just playing with all physical attributes, right? If he was smart like Tim Duncan, where would his game be? Everybody's like, oh, it'd be woo.
Well,
So why the fuck you getting mad?
Name a player that's playing now. Don't name Tim Duncan and them. Name some smart like somebody playing now.
If he had an IQ like Jokic.
Who does, though, other than LeBron?
Okay,
Who
that's-
does? You talking about the top percentile of the world.
Now, exactly. What if he had Jokic IQ? What would he be?
Man, he'd be an alien.
What,
He might not
what
be
if
real.
Embiid had? What if Embiid
What if
had
Embiid
Jokic's
had?
ID?
What if Joker had Giannis's athleticism?
What if Bam had?
Exactly.
What if Bam had?
It's impossible. It would make him human. It would
Come
make
on,
him
man.
like-
But who? Which
He
one
wouldn't
is?
be Giannis.
There'd be monsters out there,
Giannis
yes.
would be Joker if he had that.
Okay.
He's Giannis.
Okay, let's try this
What if
again.
Michael Jordan shot like Steph Curry? It wouldn't be real. It'd be fake.
Okay, which one is easier to get? Right now, who can get whose attribute?
It's easier for Giannis to get
Okay, thank you.
You're right about
So that means watching film.
How is it easier?
Because it's watching film and
Joker
understanding the
didn't get
game.
his IQ from watching film.
Nah,
Nigga, what are you talking about?
You're right. He
I
did.
know he did because he played basketball
Yeah.
since he was a little boy. He
But
got his IQ
Giannis
from
can study
playing.
film and catch up, though. Giannis can
You
study
can't
film.
just watch film and all of a sudden become a better player.
But are we sitting on this couch saying that Giannis does not really watch film?
You have to go.
No,
and
Giannis said he's not watching film.
But
And I
Giannis plays
agree
a
with
lot.
him 'cause I
So
know.
if he watching film and playing, like Gil saying, he can get there.
It's an application, man. You can watch it to see your discrepancies and the thing you need to work on, but essentially,
Gotta
you're only
apply
going
it.
to be able to become better by actually going out and playing.
You don't think that he can do that, though?
He's been doing it. He's gotten better every year.
At what?
Everything.
At what?
Everything.
Gil,
Said everything.
You can't say he ain't got better.
Everything.
His conditioning, his
Why is
size
his
and
numbers
strength,
the way
his
they are?
numbers have been increasing. His
throws
coordination,
getting
balance,
better.
his free throw, his 3 balls getting better.
Jumper getting better.
Let me try this. So let me ask you this. So he's gotten better. He's gotten stronger and wiser.
Skills is getting better.
Yes.
His 3 balls getting better.
His moves, his 2 dribble spin back.
Yeah, his back sort of fade.
You mean?
It's getting there.
Yo, I'm
Getting
pulling it
there.
up. I'm pulling
it's
it
called
up.
progression.
We can name some bigs that he don't want to name that he shoot better than. He just have an ugly looking jumper, so we judge him by that.
Hold
He
on,
don't like
because
progression.
coming into the NBA draft,
slow. It's too
he was very great at dribbling, very great at passing.
No, he wasn't.
His open score
wasn't none of
skills,
that.
he was a 1-2-year-old guy. That was his skills coming to the NBA.
He was
Come
barely
on,
getting-
bro.
He was
Giannis
barely even
was
getting in
none
the
of that.
game. I'm about to say.
He was none of that.
Oh, you don't.
He was none of that.
I can tell you don't watch nothing.
Giannis was none of that. He was a young player
get your Google.
that barely understood the game. He had to come in and learn.
Whoever wrote that, like somebody wrote that.
Stat man.
Yeah, because he wasn't. No. Nah, Gil, he wasn't.
So
You can't even bring up highlights and say that was him passing it.
his rookie profile coming to the draft, saying what he was great at. He's not a great
was
pull-up
never
guy.
great.
He's not a great post-up guy.
He wasn't great. He was second division Greece. He wasn't even great. He was
What I'm saying-
potential.
Potential.
He had potential to be on.
What I'm saying is what they're writing, what his attributes are and what his weaknesses are. They have his attributes. Passer, loves dribbling the ball. He's more of a point guard, like coming downhill. He's going to get you with the Euro stuff. He's very sneaky, very what's the name. He can't shoot the mid-range. He's going to hesitate on the mid-range. He's very bad at passing. He doesn't post up. He doesn't shoot the 3 good. What the fuck is changing?
Who was writing that?
I'm about to say, who wrote that?
Who wrote the profile? Because you get upset at the niggas getting the shit wrong. So obviously they had the shit wrong when it took him how long to get to the point where he had true potential?
By year 4.
At least year 4.
By year 4.
At least year 4.
And by year 5 and 6, it was back-to-back MVP,
These
defensive player of the year.
These motherfuckers is wrong.
Hold on. So what they wrote as coming into the NBA, so that means that was what, 2000 what? What was that, 2000 what?
When Giannis came into the
2013, 14?
2013-14 was his.
So they said he couldn't shoot a mid-range then. Does he have a great mid-range now?
It's a lot better.
No, but does he have a mid-range now?
Yeah, it's a
For
lot
being
better.
in the league
Yes,
8 years.
Yes.
Just like LeBron.
Yeah.
Just like LeBron. Couldn't hit a consistent jumper, but now he can. Now he can.
I don't look at him.
I can't go that far.
Now he can. Yes, you
He's
can.
trying to hold
I can't go
Why
that
was we
far.
going under?
He's trying
We
to
was
hold
going
it.
under.
You are going under,
He was
but
going. Now you have
Who's going
to
under?
respect it.
Who?
yeah, but Brian always
What you
could
mean,
make.
who?
Who's going under?
Brian was always a
Going
shot
under.
maker, though.
Who's
He was
going
always
under?
a shot maker.
No,
Giannis
no,
has
no.
just became like a
He's
shot
We're
maker.
not talking about shot making. We're talking about hitting a consistent jumper.
Who?
But
Come on, y'all.
he was
Stop.
a little different than Giannis.
Stop.
That extreme's a little.
It's not an extreme. It's just the observation. We watching. We see it. We was going under that. You got to make that. You got to make that, Bron. You got to make that.
Hey,
but he was
who
making.
shoots 35% from the three? Are you going under that? 35% from the three?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
What did you shoot from the three?
For my career,
No, just a year.
League average, maybe league average.
So did they go under on you? They went under on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. 35, 33, 36, 40%, 37%, 35%, 36, 36. That's LeBron James.
So what?
On the three-point line.
So what?
So
you bringing up stats again?
Yeah. See, because you don't have stats. You have what you think.
No, I have what I see. Not what I think.
Well, LeBron
I
is
see
different,
it.
though. You
I'm
have to
watching.
choose.
See it. So we're seeing it in real time. It ain't no stat. I'm watching.
You got to go under Bron because he'll kill you, going downhill to the basket, drawing fouls and stuff. So you have to go under that. It makes sense. It don't make sense.
I know what you have to do, but reality is reality.
What's reality?
What's the reality?
If we're gonna make him shoot, he gonna miss.
We make him shoot, and he's shooting 37, 40-something% from the three-point line.
When was he doing that?
In them years.
And
I forgot. I played him in the playoffs. I did.
I
did.
He was the cooker.
Right,
I
did you
was
play
there.
in the playoffs?
I didn't. I played him
I
in
know
the
you
regular
did.
I was at Cleveland State watching. I was at y'all game. I was
Regular
watching. He was
season,
cooking.
we're going under that
You
shit.
played him twice.
Regular season, we're
You
going
played him
under.
twice.
But you naming an all-time. You naming Mount Rushmore.
I played him four times in regular season, 6-7 times during regular season.
Now, you
So
got a
who's
heavy
seen him more?
You got a heavy dose.
Okay, a heavy dose.
A heavy dose of it.
Heavy dose.
We're going under.
I know.
Yeah, but he gonna still.
That's why.
Brian different because you
But
naming
what I'm saying is,
comparing.
but I'm saying is, when we look at someone's scouting report and then we give you years in the league, and Rondo, you didn't get a mid-range, you didn't get a three, right? We can say you didn't work on certain things. Westbrook, right? You came in without a mid-range.
Rondo hit timely ones when they count.
When they counted,
Because
but here and there, yeah,
He
Jason.
wasn't shooting.
He just wasn't shooting.
He wasn't shooting.
If he
That's
shot
like
more
you said,
volume,
Rondo,
he
you
would.
can't shoot. Yeah, man. When I'm not shooting,
Yeah. Because Rondo used to kill us in the playoffs. We used to
what?
go under. He used to be killing us when he was in Boston.
elbow.
He used to be 40.
Tony Parker can't shoot until you get that bitch right
the
there.
finals.
Boom, 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 boom. You're like, damn. I thought he couldn't shoot. He can shoot from right there though.
Facts.
He can't shoot that three ball, but
Okay.
he
Right.
can shoot that bitch from
so
right
if I say
there.
he can't shoot the
Westbrook can shoot that bitch from right
So if
there
I
though.
say he can't, so if there was a thing that said he can't shoot threes, and then he plays a whole career and he can't shoot threes, did he get better at that?
If
But
he don't shoot
Giannis can shoot threes though. Are we watching him shoot some threes?
Come on, why are we playing stupid?
He's not a shooter.
Like Jason Richardson, right? Jason Richardson couldn't shoot a gun coming
Hold on,
to
so
the
Giannis
NBA.
hasn't got better at shooting?
Has he?
yes.
Yes.
His three-point percentage has gone down.
Of course.
The last
Of
3 or 4
course.
seasons. I'm
I
just saying.
don't
He's
know
not
why we
shoot-
talking
he's
about
not
that.
shooting a lot
in my
of threes.
volume.
But
He's
the
not-
attempts-
That means it should be
Same
going
thing, the whole
up.
thing.
The
His attempts are going
The
down.
attempts have
His
gone down
attempts
as
are
well.
going down.
The
As
attempts have
well.
gone down as well.
As well.
Yeah. And you got to
It's
remember
gone
who he's
as
playing
well.
with this year.
No,
He's
just
playing with
remember
another
what
all-world
is he
offensive player now.
averaging? Just ask that question.
Right. On
Why would I need to shoot threes?
31
when I'm
points per
averaging
game,
what?
31 points per game, 11
31
rebounds.
points per game.
Right.
Why would Jordan need to have a fadeaway, signature fadeaway when they can't stop him going to the basket? Because he wanted to improve his skill.
No, because
Nah.
it stopped him from going to the basket. It was fouling the fuck out this nigga.
Exactly.
That's why I'm gonna establish something else.
Exactly.
I'm gonna establish
They're not
something
stopping Giannis.
Yes. Let me hold on.
They're not stopping Giannis.
What year did they stop?
And Giannis don't depend on shooting. You can shoot the ball, he get the rebound, put the ball in the
look,
basket.
What year did
That
they
phone
stop?
got all his answers.
What year did they stop Jordan?
Never.
Because he was averaging 30, 37, 35.
You mean the
32,
year- you
33.
mean the years
Which
he could-
stop? Which year?
The years
They
he
never
couldn't get
stopped.
back.
Okay.
They was
so
never stopped.
so he said they stopped him. That's why he created
The year-
a fadeaway.
what was the year?
So what year did they stop
What was
him?
the years that he didn't get past the Detroit Pistons? What was them years?
He averaged 37.
I didn't ask what he averaged. I asked
86, 89.
What was the years that he couldn't get
86.
past them? Because
88,
John
89.
Sally said our game scouting report against Michael Jordan, if he goes left,
And get to the baseline.
he's going to shoot that motherfucker. If he goes right, he's going all the way to the basket. We're going to foul him. We're going to foul him.
He got tired of dealing with that.
I
And he was wise, though. He was wise, understanding that he's not going to always be able to jump, so he developed his skills. He developed his
skills.
So Giannis, like I said, doesn't have to do none of that shit because you can't stop him. Shaq didn't have to turn around and shoot a fucking fadeaway jump
That would be
shot.
dumb if he did.
Why would I have
Why
to
would you
do
do
that? I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I'm
I
averaging.
don't have to.
I'm averaging the year he's talking about. Michael Jordan swept the NBA in every single award.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the
What I'm saying is,
I'm with you.
every single award he swept the NBA
like never be seen before.
Until they got to the playoffs. And
he decided to get a fadeaway, right? The fadeaway became his signature move.
In 96.
Not the logo.
96.
Sir.
It was 96.
89 is when he came with the fadeaway.
It is.
Sir.
Because
no, you're basketball.
His first championships, he was.
No, you're basketball.
It's not.
Sir.
The patented move.
No, you're basketball. I'm sorry, you was in middle school.
96.
I'm sorry, you was in middle school. You was a middle schooler. You was a middle schooler.
He depended more on the fadeaway in 96, but he developed that the
middle school.
2 years.
He was playing middle school basketball. He was at the park.
It don't matter where I was
middle school.
I was still watching.
He was fadeaway. He came with the fadeaway.
MJ fadeaway, perfect. 96
no, that
to
was
98.
That's when the rapper came
96 to 98.
That's when the rapper came in 96.
Hey, that's when Michael Jordan's game elevated.
No, sir.
Yeah, the elevation.
No, sir.
The first three-peat.
No, bro, he didn't have to elevate. He was already him. He was the guy. He didn't have to
fade perfect.
You couldn't stop me from doing what I was doing in those three championships.
He had to fade in the first.
He had to fade away the first finals, boy. Fade away. Became the signature.
He had the
He had everything.
That was against. He talking about TV.
He talking about just a highlight.
He had this.
I'm talking about all the highlights. When he was flipping that bitch. You remember the flip?
He did everything. So
you remember?
Yeah, for sure.
He didn't have to do no fadeaway. He was going through three people.
Nah, but he had to fade away.
He was going through.
He had to fade away.
Michael Jordan's Playground, Come Fly With Me.
All that.
Yeah, you remember
Great
what years?
Airtime.
What years were those?
Great cinema.
91, 92, 93.
91, 92, 93.
He had the fadeaways in that
No
too.
fadeaways in those.
He did.
Times. None.
He perfected his fadeaway.
None.
He perfected his
the
fadeaway.
fadeaway came when he was going up against Charlotte, and Anthony Mason was guarding that nigga, and he said,
Nah, he was hitting John Starks with the fadeaway. He was hitting John Starks with the fadeaway.
He don't know, man. He was
baseline.
He was hitting Dan Marley. He was hitting Dan.
Baseline.
That's what's
Dunk on Patrick Ewing. That was a dunk on Patrick Ewing in them.
And shout out Zack Snyder for Michael Jordan's Playground. We appreciate you.
He was just a little kid. He was just a little kid.
The Snyder Cut.
He was just a little puppy. He was in elementary school.
Watching.
Back to Giannis, like we were saying.
I know
Giannis
you
don't
like to
need
play
that
alone.
right now, Gil.
I know you like to play alone.
Giannis don't need that
What
right
I'm
now. I mean, he's developing it.
Cause you see how he always go to Jordan?
Yeah.
He always got to deflect
The
through
reason
the
I say-
goalpost because Jordan is his
And
metric
Jordan is
of
the GOAT,
everything.
so-
Yeah, man.
Leave Jordan alone. Jordan is
The reason I
Keep using him to save you in conversations, man. Stop doing that.
The reason I use Jordan is because you're having a guy at 26, 25 years old. Think about the age, 25, 26, who's using all of his athleticism and smart enough to realize the future of what he needs to do and decided he was going to get skillful at that age. That's why I use him, right? Not wait till you motherfucker 32 to try to now get a post-up move.
Now you got to start developing.
You got to start developing her. Westbrook, my guy, said it. He needs to learn how to pull up. He needs to learn how to do this. Because when you can't get to the basket no more, what did you learn? What did you develop? You can't wait all the way until you can't do it anymore. You got to put that skill in immediately.
I think Giannis is working on it though. I be seeing him take back shoulder fades. I be seeing him shoot the three. You know, and he have his games where he go 0 for 4, but he also has his game where he go 3 for 5. In those games, he got 45 and 15.
Yeah, I see it. Me too. I see it.
Saw in the finals what he did.
I see him
Saw in the finals when he went for that nifty ball.
Yeah, a bunch of.
Sometimes it's not good enough.
I'm about to say, he didn't go for that. He went for a 50 ball when it counted and was 17 for 17 from free throw. Didn't miss a shot.
Sometimes it's not good enough.
I mean,
okay, 17 for 17 for free throw, and then you've been shooting 60% since. I mean,
it's some other cats out here, stars is doing that.
What I'm saying is, just like Shaq.
Not good enough.
I'm just like Shaq, right?
Something gotta make you.
Something
gotta make you human though, Gil. You can't be 99 on everything. This ain't no video game. I mean,
what I'm saying is, what else? If you can shoot threes but can't dribble, Klay Thompson. What point of life, or you're in the NBA, decided I need to enhance and put this attribute in me so I can keep developing?
I don't know. He's 6'7" shooter. If he can't dribble, he gonna always have a job because he's a 6'7" sniper.
Just like Stojakovic, just like every other
Kyle
fucking
Korver,
shooter.
they gonna always have.
I don't have to dribble the ball. Don't have to do. Just pass it. I'm gonna shoot it.
And that's why there's another level. The extra level means I don't know how to do this, and I'm gonna add these extra attributes in to enhance my skill. Dwayne Wade. drive, layup, drive, layup, attack the basket.
He got his post game together.
Post game.
And when his knees started hurting, that saved him a lot.
Before the post game, he came with the mid range. Then after the mid range, backboard. Then he came with the pump fake. Then he came with the back to the basket.
Then he came with the hit double pump fake.
Every year to keep when his knees was going, thighs was going, he added so many things that we didn't even notice it.
But Giannis is 6'11". He got that going for him too. So if all else fails, he going to have 10 rebounds a game. That's points. He don't have to shoot jumpers. Shoot the ball, I'm gonna get the rebound, 2 points, you foul me, 3 points. So he can make up for that in another way.
I seen him outside of Miami, Blake Griffin.
Period.
So we seen him.
So
they ain't never been good as Giannis though.
No, but we seen it.
Before we move on, Gil, the chat said you've been hating on Doc Rivers so long that the basketball guys cursed you with his voice.
Losing your voice.
They said you already sound like Doc.
You need some of that hot green tea?
You need some of that hot green tea with some honey.
You need some of that hot green tea with lemon honey?
Man.
Hardest working man in sports media.
Hey, did you hear Rachel Nichols throw that shot at him?
What'd she say?
You seen it? No. She was like, would you have rather been at home learning your team? Like, damn. He missed it because he ain't.
Hey. Guys are in Cabo. Some guys were here today. He was in Cabo too.
I know.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen,
enjoying life.
The hardest working man in sports media, number 7 on Complex's list, climbing up the charts. All right, grinding. But let's keep this thing moving and shaking.
Hey, Gil got something against the Bucks and Rivers and Giannis. Hey, Gil, what they do to you?
Rivers for sure.
Okay.
Block Rivers.
Giannis, I just said, just add these extra things so you can take it to the next level.
If he does, he gonna be fake. I just want you to know. And he already.
Give me a fake nigga.
This is what I'm saying. People accuse Gil of hating on Giannis, but if you actually listen to what he's saying, it's elevation. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, he's already got 2 MVPs. Cool. Like, do you want to stagnate?
Do you want?
Right.
I'm sure everybody on this couch, when you guys were playing, you wanted to figure out ways to get better. Like,
but just let the man be who he want to fucking be, man. We can't make him who we want him to fucking be.
He's my favorite Greco-Nigerian.
Let him be who the fuck he want to be. He want to be who he is. A nigga without a jumper that you cannot stop. Let him fucking be that. God damn. He's like, man, why y'all keep forcing me to have a jumper? I'm not forcing you to have a fucking 44-inch vertical. I'm not forcing you niggas to be running 4.4s.
Right.
Okay, then
taking one stride from half court.
Come on, man. I'm not forcing you to be out here dribbling like Kyrie. Motherfuckers, I ain't asking you none of that. Don't be asking me shit I don't want to do.
Okay, then let Draymond be Draymond.
He's been Draymond, ain't he?
Okay, then I don't want to hear you say nothing about Draymond to do this. Let him choke people like they want to.
Yeah, yeah, just don't complain about the consequences, my nigga. That's all I say. Yeah. Shit, you gonna choke a nigga, take the consequence.
He got a German suplex now. He got to up his game up. All right, but let's keep it rolling. After the lackluster All-Star game, all the talk has been on how to fix it. When a media member suggested the game shift to a USA versus the world format, and Edwards quickly dismissed the question. So after he was asked it, Edwards responded that Joker, Luka, Embiid, Giannis, Towns, and Shea weren't enough to fill an international team. When asked about Jamal Murray, and said he wasn't an All-Star, reporter was stumped and moved on.
It was so funny. It's two of those.
We taking Embiid.
And 2 of those is Americans.
We taking Embiid.
Embiid is American. Towns is American. He just didn't make the goddamn Olympic team, so he ran to another country.
Shout out to the Dominican Republic.
You know what I mean? So that was
beautiful country.
But that was the whole debate back then. Like last year, there was 7 All-Stars out of 24. This year, there's 4 All-Stars out of 24. So if it's going to
international,
so if it's going to be 12 and 12, that means 8 All-Stars from the American team got to be taken off, and then you got to add 8 All-Stars on the Euro side who ain't even fucking All-Stars. How is this going to be competition again? They're not even All-Stars, but you're going to...
Some people just be talking. That don't even make sense. Because the international players have to be All-Stars.
And 12 Euros is not going to make the All-Star team.
It's not happening.
Not in this lifetime.
We saw the output from the international players and the American players in this past All-Star game, so I don't think it would be much better if they was all on the side together.
Shit, they all doing the same thing. Shooting the bitch from half court, doing all this. I mean, shit, both sides look stupid.
But we look at foreign All-Stars in the previous 2 seasons. So we got Kyrie, who's born in Australia.
Come on.
Laurie Markin in Finland.
Ooh.
Sabonis.
Ooh, big man.
Siakam.
Big man.
Gobert, your favorite Frenchman.
Big man, so you got 5 big men.
Andrew Wiggins.
Ooh, oh my God.
Maple Jordan.
He's the 4th best player in this team right now, maybe 5th, but he's going to be an All-Star. Keep going.
Right.
That's about it.
Oh, that's it.
That don't sound too.
You not scared?
watchable. That don't even sound watchable.
Listen, All-Star game is the All-Star game. It's for fun.
But is it fun?
Yes.
It was. You enjoyed watching that?
No, I didn't.
When have you ever watched the All-Star game and actually enjoyed watching it from your TV? It's better when you're there.
2001,
I've enjoyed watching
2002.
Stephon Marbury and AI and Kobe and them watching
All of
that.
them. Vince.
2000.
Even Kobe when what was Kobe and CP and them when they played against the East? What year was that?
2010, 10, 11.
2011.
Yep.
That was a good competitive All-Star game. Like,
But for the most part, it's...
and Kobe kind of forced it. He's like, "Oh, they gonna have to play or get blew out."
'Cause
They're gonna
I'm
get embarrassed.
cold. 'Cause I'm
CP3 was like, "They gonna have to play or they gonna get blew out." So it forced it to be.
What's so funny is every All-Star game I've been to, the same conversation in the locker room. We're gonna go out here, play hard, boom, boom, boom. All right, because we want the 50,000, we don't want the 35,000. Right, the 50,000 for the winners.
Y'all get 50,000 already? So what is dudes complaining about? They need more bread, more.
Because I get 50,000 to win. 35,000.
You're talking about All-Stars are mostly guys in max deals.
But 50,000 is 50,000.
So what I'm saying is a loser gets 35, winner gets the extra 15. So we all start off saying it, and then all it takes is one person to do some dumb shit, and then everybody live. Everybody taking this shit serious. Motherfucker throw it from, think about it. You talk about, let's take it serious, and then he come down there first play, shoot half court. And you're like, all right, man, where them hoes at?
They can do that the first three quarters, and the fourth quarter is kind of, tighten it up a little bit.
But I'm saying is, but sometimes that should be gone by then.
Tighten it up earlier.
Man, listen.
Be a little bit more competitive.
It's
That's
I'm
all I'm saying. Where you? No matter what, competition, even if it ain't strenuous competition.
Think about the All-Star Weekend. Have you been there?
It's an unbelievable conversation we're having.
It's All-Star Weekend. It's fun, right? It's an atmosphere. It's a circus.
It is.
That's what it is. This is not made for TV.
Part of it is, though.
It's not made for TV. It's made for being there in the experience.
Guys play harder.
What's the All-Star game?
It's a game.
Right? It's called the best players from both sides play against each other.
Exactly.
And if you're a competitor, you want to be seen as the best player from both sides.
The best among the best.
I'm going to come out here to kill you guys.
Sounds great.
And that's exactly what I was told from my OG, how Kobe thought every All-Star game.
Every All-Star game?
Sat in the back, and he said, hey, man,
Bro,
this
he said
nigga,
every
he's like,
All-Star
man, this nigga, hey, Kobe, you all right, bro? Yeah, I'm cool. Why you ain't talking? I'm about to kill y'all niggas. I'm about to kill y'all.
I'm about to kill y'all, but he's talking to a teammate that's in the locker room with him. Come on, man. Nobody want...
It wasn't a teammate that was...
Impromptu smoking. I don't know. We were just testing the equipment.
That sounds like...
Some people don't like it. I mean, it could be your favorite player, but then you don't like what he's saying. I get it.
I'm there.
It's a contradiction.
I'm there.
I'm not
But
talking about
competitive.
when you was there. I'm talking about before you was there.
I'm there.
You played in 3 All-Star games. How competitive would you say those 3 games were?
One was where I think AI won it, averaging 15, right? It always starts off the same. We all say the same thing, that we're gonna take it serious. And then somebody, you gotta remember, you need 10 people to do it. Once a few people decide, I'm not taking it hard because I don't really, then it becomes a joke.
So all 3 of your All-Stars were not taken serious?
Nah, that was competitive. They got
I'm
competitive.
asking.
No. It's more competitive than
the one we got today.
the one we got today.
Exactly.
Right? Like it was more competitive than the shit we're saying today.
That's all we asking
Right.
for. That's,
But it's not, but what I'm saying is we're going into it. We're not gonna hurt each other. We're not gonna go out there and get hurt, right? Just enjoy this atmosphere itself. Right? That is our mentality.
Like pickup.
It's like pickup. We're not going out here trying to,
But in pickup,
like we can see.
We're gonna play.
We can see.
We're
like,
we're here to play.
Yeah. But that's not the case. Right? Luka's there to play, right? But he's shooting from half court, right? Giannis is one of the hardest players in the NBA, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
How does he look out there?
This is the first time I ever seen Giannis look like that in All-Star game, to be honest. Because normally he kills everybody.
He usually just goes
Normally he just
hard.
kills everybody.
Why is going hard? Because everyone is in agreement now.
No one's in.
Everyone's in agreement. Hey man, we just chilling. We're just chilling.
We're here celebrating.
We're just chilling, man.
We're celebrating.
Hey, y'all relax.
Is that one person's fault or is that the whole?
It's everything.
Just like,
saying
hey, what did
it's a
Stephen A said? One person killed the dunk contest, right?
He tried to blame LeBron as if we didn't get Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine.
No. But the reason why he said that is because one person's participation can diminish everyone else's. Because if you like, all right, I'm going to go out here and continue the legacy of all the great dunkers to just going to dunk in this contest, cool. Because now everyone after me has to be prompted to do the same thing. Because if you're a great dunker and you're the face of the league, come out here and dunk. If you don't do that, now everybody don't feel like they have to.
You're gonna go with that?
Now
who was the face of the league that was in the dunk contest?
Can I finish?
It's 90.
Can I finish? So now, if in the All-Star game, everybody doesn't want to actually play hard because all the best players aren't playing hard. Why would we play hard?
Since 90, who was the face of the league that was in the dunk contest since 90? Since 1990.
Stat man.
No.
Wait, are you going to give me the stat? I don't know. You going to give me the stat? Or you want me to tell you? I don't understand. Because it was Michael Jordan, it was Dominique Wilkins.
That's 88, 89, and then 90's gone. Now, who was the face that entered since LeBron in 2003 messed it up? So from 91 to 2002, who was the face of the NBA that was in the dunk contest?
From when?
91 to 2002.
They were trying to find.
I feel like it's a very targeted range, so you've done the necessary
Because
research.
Because it's called. That's what we call them.
I can name some stars that we went over yesterday.
because
Harold Miner.
Oh, yeah,
you got all the, you got the, you know what I'm saying? Guys who were trying to be in that line. They were trying to be in that line.
I didn't say that.
I know he did. I know you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Harold Miner was a star.
No. He was not. He was none of that. I'm saying guys who were in it and then won it because they trying to follow the steps. They're following.
I just said
they're following.
When Michael Jordan did it, he was a star. He was a star when he was there. He wasn't an upcoming guy.
What stars had the athleticism and the creativity like him?
Exactly.
There was only a few.
Exactly.
And those few all participated.
Thank you. He knows. You stat man. You're supposed to know.
I know everything.
You supposed to know. So why you saying who?
Yeah.
Why you saying who when you know?
Hold on.
Just
when
name
I asked you, you don't have shit to say.
I do.
So stop backing. Stop. No.
No, I do.
Don't be a groupie.
Because y'all just did that yesterday. Y'all just tag team on him yesterday. You and Kenya sat here and tried to make him change his fucking perspective 10 times. No. Now we hear like, okay, so 90 to 2002, there were a bunch of high flyers that were not stars that were participating in the dunk contest. They were not stars.
The guys who were stars were not high flyers.
They were not high flyers. They were not stars.
Do you consider Vince Carter a star?
Vince Carter's a star? Is Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady a star? Huh?
They don't shoot. They stars.
At that point, first All-Star
2000?
That was their first one.
99?
Yeah, I'm merely a host, but I do have information.
Hold on. So
let me go to my Google.
They were young stars.
So
They were young stars.
Hold on.
Young stars.
Michael Jordan,
Dunkers.
3-time, 4-time All-Star. When he entered the dunk contest, he was the dude. When he entered the dunk contest, he is the biggest star that entered the dunk contest as a star player. Him and Dominique were bona fide stars. That's what hurt the NBA. You didn't have up-and-coming players. You had two bona fide
They were young, though.
stars. No, they were stars. 35, 37, he was a star. Now, moving forward.
35, 37, what you mean?
That's what he averaged.
Oh, yeah.
Before coming into that dunk contest, he was a star. All NBA All-Star, leading league in the scoring. He was the scoring title leader when he did it. Now, you said, who? Harold Miner? That's the name you?
Baby Jordan.
Okay,
I ain't saying
so we're going to go Kobe?
Kobe was young.
Kobe was 18 years old, coming off the bench, averaged 7. He wasn't a star.
Hey, this is a goalpost.
His votes.
Let's take the goalpost from here. Let's move it all the way over here.
Yeah, you sit there, but since you don't want to talk. So he averaged 7 when he entered that contest.
But he still had star name. He still was a star.
He wasn't
a superstar.
What I'm saying,
but he was a star.
Vince Carter was a second-year player. Tracy McGrady came off the bench when he entered the dunk contest.
Vince was bigger than TJ then.
Yes.
Yeah.
These guys wasn't bona fide mega stars like Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins was.
They were high flyers.
Yes, they were high flyers.
So when
just
you
like Jason,
so when you do have a guy
like Damian,
but when you do have a guy who has that type of jumping ability and a star,
we need
participation.
But what I'm saying is, but stop. You don't have no point.
What you mean? He just made the point. I said thank you.
But how about you?
That means I don't have to say it. He said it for me. Thank you.
You make a point.
Thank you.
Make a point.
I don't have to. He just made it. Thank you.
Charles Barkley. Thank
you.
Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday. We are in the midst of Black History Month. If we're in the midst of Black History Month, we all committed to do better on this couch. Norris, this is not an accurate reflection of the show. These two gentlemen get along very well.
Why do you keep doing that?
we
Man,
can't- we can't-
no,
this
man,
is
stop
wrestling.
doing that.
This is wrestling.
The biggest star when there was a star since Michael Jordan and Dominique was Dwight Howard.
That entered the dunk contest.
That entered the dunk contest. Now Jaylen Brown.
You're right.
Those are the biggest names.
Jalen tried.
Other than that, it is young guys, first, second year players. So if LeBron was going to do it, he had to do it in his first 2 years because they don't do it after that.
He didn't have to. He could have did it any of the years because that cat.
But like we said, Jaylen Brown first All-Star since 2017 to do it. After Jaylen Brown showing in this dunk contest, do we think All-Stars will be inclined to want to do
I'm
it?
going to say he's not the.
He's not.
He's not the guy that's gonna move the needle.
With the glove though.
That's listen. Hey, Shai, did you see that?
Yes.
I think they need to.
That was bad.
I think they need to get rid of
That was
it.
nasty.
But did you
Get rid of the
hear
dunk
why he
contest?
said he did it? Because I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to be a part of the dunk contest. I didn't give a
respect
fuck
that.
about winning. I wanted to go out there and have
respectable.
fun
That's
and just do some shit. Right?
Compete.
Because at some
Just
point,
compete.
if you see all the dunks that's going out there, he's like, well, shit, I could do better than what the fuck they've been doing
I
out
can do
here.
none of this. I can do none of this out here, so I'm gonna just go out here and have fun.
I respect that, but I don't think he's gonna move the needle. I hope he does, but I don't think he's
So
gonna.
how can he come out there and have fun and just enjoy the time, but then we expect all the other all-stars not to just go out there and enjoy the time?
It's a dunk contest.
It's a dunk contest.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what the All-Star Weekend entitles? What a motherfucker got to do?
Yeah, they got interviews. They got host certain things. They got sponsorship.
It's worse than a regular
Obligation.
game. It's worse than fucking a whole playoff series. That's the last thing we want to do.
But you're getting celebrated though. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
But that's what we
Make
get
the
celebrated.
most money.
I'm about to say you make the most money.
We get celebrated. That's why I would just want to be out there just enjoying. This is my rest time before I got to get ready for the second part of the season. I'm out here just having fun.
With more comes more
Like,
responsibility.
Coach, Gil, you want to get in?
Heavy as the head.
Where's the crown?
How much stuff is mandatory? How much stuff is by choice?
Then they're all of it.
Nah, a lot of
all of
it's
it's mandatory?
A lot of it's mandatory.
All of it, yeah.
So All-Star Weekend, what time are you waking up, let's say All-Star Saturday?
It depends it depends on what the NBA has for you, like build fucking houses and some fucking project motherfucker gotta do.
Yeah, that sounds very fun.
Yeah.
Get the housing community?
Oh, yeah. I wanna go build some houses that in Indiana.
give back to
and
the
I'm
community?
Yeah.
Can you just buy them a couple?
Don't want to get back to the community.
Let them sorry ass Indiana players do it. This their city. Why I gotta come all the way from Los Angeles to help build some that I'm never gonna come back to?
This is the Indiana's chance to see the All-Stars.
Can you just buy them a couple houses?
Gotta do that. Gotta feed the homeless, right? Gotta
Sounds fun.
Gotta go make a
Got
wish.
the Adidas stuff. You
Gotta
got
go make a wish.
sponsorship.
Gotta go do Adidas stuff. Gotta do if you got car stuff. If you gotta go do.
That sounds so strenuous.
Okay.
And they paying, everything is paying you. The shoe
What?
company
I mean-
paying you, Panini paying you, all that.
I know.
You
So
pay for all that.
we got
The league is giving you a max
so
deal.
What I'm saying is, so all
Hotels.
5-star.
So all this time that we're
And you know what else is out there with you.
Get to work. No, but so think about all the things we're doing throughout the day, and then night party, got a Kenny Smith party, got this and this. The game is the last thing.
But they've extended All-Star Week. It ain't just the weekend now.
It's Wednesday.
They got the weekend, and then guess what? They got a few more days after that now.
But I'm saying is the last thing that we're thinking about is the game. That's the last thing. Before the game was at 2:00.
I feel all that, but
The
once
game
I
was
lace
at
up
2
these
o'clock.
sneaks and we step out there and we gonna go play,
This is
play
a
a little
different,
bit.
but this is a different thing too. That no one back in the day, the game was at 2. No obligations before that.
That's fair.
Now the game's at 8, starting at 8:45,
stuff
10
on
o'clock, 11 o'clock. We got things. By the time we get to the game, half the reporters, if you listen to a reporter, fuck, I'm tired.
You know
so
why
if you
they do
fucking
that?
tired, what the fuck you think I am?
You know why they can't do that though? Cause
TV.
I'm about to say TV.
Yeah, it's TV.
But just to go back to the dunkers, 2000, 2001, 2002, there was a bunch of fucking
Stars?
dunkers.
Who? Name them.
I said dunkers. I didn't say stars.
Oh, there's dunkers every year. What are you talking about?
Well, good dunkers.
Who?
Good dunkers.
Every year. There's good dunkers.
No, there's not. Every year, good dunkers. A lot of niggas that can dunk, don't dunk.
That wasn't the question. The question
But
was.
that, I'm not talking about what the question is. I'm making a statement here based
But-
on stats I just received.
Okay, wait. So your
What's the
stats.
stats?
But what are you combating? Or are you just gonna name good dunkers?
No, I'm just going to name guys who we consider high flyers that participate, that don't participate now, compared to when the league was 2000, 2001, 2002. High flyers who were up and coming guys,
I've been coming. Okay.
not necessarily stars.
Okay.
But guys that we would love to see dunk because when they play, they be dunking that shit, right? Open topping. Does he play?
He's open dunk.
Does he play?
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing a lot.
Start?
Now.
Okay, go. Can we see it?
So you got Vince, Steve, Ricky Davis,
What year
Jerry
is this?
Stackhouse,
What year?
Desmond Mason,
It's 2000.
Baron Davis again.
2000, right?
He's just naming all of them among the years.
And then Jason Richardson, Steve Francis again, Gerald Wallace, Desmond Mason. These are guys who were known as
High flyers.
high flyers, right? 98, 99, they had a lockout. It wasn't no dunk contest, 98, 99. So 97 was prior to that, the last dunk contest, which didn't get the stats for what 97 was. But not 2003, 2004, all the way up into there. We look at, okay, LeBron James is in the league now. 2003, 2004, 2005.
He's a major high flyer.
And did he participate in the McDonald's All-American game?
He
Dunk contest?
won the dunk contest in 2003.
Which we all proceeded to say, we can't wait to see him in the dunk contest.
Hey, can I ask you? I love that list. That was an amazing list for 2003, 4, 5, which I was part of.
2000, 2001,
2000. Okay, so Kobe did it at 97 at 18. He won. Did he do it in 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003? No, right? Okay. Vince Carter did it in 2000.
He did it once, though.
Vince Carter did it in 2000, right?
Right.
After he won, did he go back to defend it in 2001, 2, 3, right? So when you think about when LeBron James came into the NBA, and you're talking about a dunk contest, Kobe would have been 24, 25. Vince would have been 26. If Kobe, Vince, Steve Francis, Jason Richardson, a young LeBron, so LeBron would have been Kobe when Kobe did it. What kind of dunk contest is that?
That would have been an all-world.
All-world dunk contest. But what happens was, right, you want to blame LeBron, but when Michael Jordan won his, he defended it. When Dominic won his,
So you saying if Kobe and Vince would have defended it, it maybe would have gave LeBron as a younger player incentive to jump in there.
Yes.
I get what you're saying, and I never thought about that point of view.
No one does if you just want to figure out how to blame somebody. Like I'm there in real time,
Or
and I'm
just participate.
Hey, there was no dunk contest on 98 or 90.
98. No,
Just participate.
Like Jason Richardson.
Just participate.
He won back to back, and we're gonna go for the third and all that. And he was like, "Where's the
competition?
Where's the competition?
Just participate.
Right.
Where's the competition?"
Because guess what? If Zion and John Morant jumped in it, Zach LaVine would be right back
Yes,
in
right
action.
back in it.
He'd be right
With
back in
Gordon.
action. With Gordon. It'd be a war. Whew. That'd be something we need to
Just
Why
like
didn't they?
who?
Zion and Ja. Why didn't they?
Well, Ja, he's hurt
Because
this year.
not this year, but
Last
the year
year,
before.
yeah.
In the year before.
I don't know.
Why didn't they? Because
Because
I'm not compelled to. Because
They saw other
he
young guys
ain't-
skip.
Yeah,
He ain't. I ain't. Why would I? I don't need to if he ain't got to. That was my
Young
point.
guys do think
That was
like
my
too.
point.
Young guys do think like that.
That's what I said, but it's always the young, right? That's why I said that if you really want to make the dunk contest a powered name dunk contest, your young jumping stars, they must be committed for 3 years. They must be committed for 3 years. So now Vince would have had to do it 2000, 2001, and 2.
Or make them just do it once. They don't
No.
have to do every year.
No, 3
Because
years.
you might have another young dude that's coming next year. It might be more than just 4 dunkers. It might be 15 young dudes that can dunk. And you
But
might
that's what I'm saying. You wanna lock down because you want to preserve the integrity of the game.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. That's it. Like even with like Michael Jordan would say, Michael Jordan has the worst 3-point
He was just
contest.
participating. He was just participating.
That is great, but it's false narrative.
Can I?
The 3-point line was further back then versus it is now. Right? You fucking 24 feet back then is 22 feet now. So that's a bad thing to try to say, oh, he did it. It was way further than it is
But
now.
he didn't care about looking bad or nothing. He just was participating.
He just having fun.
Yeah, out there.
If Matt McClung does not participate in the dunk contest for the last 2 years,
It would be a problem.
okay, who wins? Who participates?
A winner.
Who watches?
We wouldn't even know.
Who even gonna watch? Like we
Someone
had to
wins.
pull a nigga out of the slums.
Someone wins.
got it?
Come over here and be a part of this shit because it's like, well, we can't put him on the NBA team, so we just gonna at least let him come in here and entertain us.
Someone wins it though.
Yeah, but it would have been bad looking. Nah, Obi Toppin could have. Obi Toppin would have, because he can dunk. But as far you don't need 1 or 2 dunks. You need four or 5 dunkers that make a real dunk contest. Like even though Vince won it that year, Stevie Francis.
Was that dunk contest? What he did was trash?
Who? No.
Oh, was it? He did good?
Vince Carter?
No, I know Vince Carter did good. I'm talking about everybody.
Steve Francis dunk wasn't trash?
I don't know.
Tracy McGrady's dunk wasn't trash?
I don't know.
Tracy McGrady.
What? No, yeah, I know.
And then the one, what?
I was too busy looking for Vince, so you just see Vince.
Oh.
Vince.
Stevie Francis throwing it up from half court and then leg kick it back here, and then catch it and here, and he only 6 feet. You ain't seen that?
He did the one into a debate. He ain't even watched it.
What he do? He threw it up and caught it and did the one hand. Oh, kind of like
with a little
motherfucker put a glove on.
No, it ain't like that.
Oh.
It ain't like that. It ain't like that.
And it was 20 years ago.
It was 20 years ago.
And he did this.
20 years.
He did this. Wait, let me get it. He did this and then did a windmill. Oh no, behind the back. He did a 2-hand. Oh shit! Woo! Blow the wheels off. The problem is this. The problem is this. Since '83, since the dunk contest, I mean, for the most part, we done seen every dunk. That's kind of the problem too.
But
so I think
there's different ways to do it and swag it out.
We should Robinson.
We should
Dwight
just take
Howard, it to Gerald Green, Jason. All of these guys brought something different.
Yes.
Different.
What are you arguing?
Literally created new dunks. All this, they did it the same. Man, come on, man. Everybody is different, man.
Now
just bring something new by participating. A new guy that's gonna come out here that can dunk, like Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. We never seen them dunks before.
Okay.
You know why they did?
The old heads never seen them before. The young people who've been following them on YouTube.
Internet,
on the internet, we seen them.
Zion, when he was doing that shit in high school in layup lines.
He been dunking like that. People just ain't brought it to the big stage yet. We need to see that on the big stage. The same exact dunk. Don't change up. Do the same exact ones we saw on YouTube on the big stage.
So we don't need stars if just dunkers bring their unique dunks.
I think some of them will turn into stars.
But if your star is a unique dunker,
he should be in it, man. He
should be.
So if it's Ja, if it's King James, get your ass in there and dunk.
Give him the quotation mark.
I'm just saying, you be the king of the dunks. You the king of everything fucking else. It's the only accomplishment you don't got.
It's just weird that you're trying to blame somebody when it was tainted from the beginning.
That was Stephen A. blamed.
I know, but you were co-signing it.
No, I was using it as a reference.
Of course, so that means you were co-signing it.
No, I was referencing.
If you're using it as a reference,
yes,
it means you're co-signing
it's called plagiarism. You don't want to plagiarize. You use it as a reference. You put it at the bottom of
North Carolina education?
Yes.
UNC education, you feel me? That state college education?
I gotta make sure. I'm a writer. I write books. I got a couple books over there. You gotta cite the reference. You feel me? Stephen A. Smith, I appreciate you.
Well, let's keep it going. One of the biggest stories of the weekend was a bromance between Luka.
He like that shit, boy. He don't like you on this couch with me, nigga.
Hey.
I love it because you just contradict yourself all the time.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's fun for me.
Just do that a little bit.
Can you guys believe we've almost been doing this for a year? This is a beautiful thing to see. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Show your love to them by downloading the app using promo code GIL. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. But one of the biggest stories of the weekend was the bromance between Luka and Jokic. We have some various clips. It's the reverse Obama sketch.
Hey, how you doing?
Hit him with the reverse Obama.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, bring it in. Bring it in.
Cause I can stay, get your ass up, man.
Bring it in.
Show me some
Get
love.
your ass up, man.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
Just seen you last night.
What's up with the work? But they were going at it all-Star weekend. The shenanigans, the hijinks. I don't know, y'all seen the Drewski sketch when he got to go back home to his real family? I like the musical choice. Even got it going in the All-Star game as well.
Wow.
Touches the ground and the assist
Oh, man.
So although neither player looked like they wanted to be there, the mood quickly shifted anytime they were hanging with each other.
Disrespectful.
So this left some wondering if the pair would ever decide to team up down the road. Joker isn't opposed to the idea, but it will require Luka relocating to the Mile High City.
Moguće kad se ga pitalo, možda ti on igraš jednog dana u istom timu, šta misliš?
To ne znam, moguće. Ja ne znam, ja nemam baš neku želju da napušam da sviđa mi se tamo dobra organizacija. Jedino ako Luka hoće, ako se Luka naljuti na njih.
So everybody listening to the audio version of the show that's not fluent in Serbian, Joker said, I don't know, it's possible. I don't want to leave Denver. I like it there, and it's a great organization. But if Luka gets pissed off in Dallas, he can come. So gentlemen, got some astute, really informative people who know basketball on this couch. How good would a Luka-Jokic duo be?
They looked like they was having fun out there, huh? They did. They looked like they was just out there enjoying the atmosphere.
All the obligations they had?
I knew you could use that as
all the obligations.
They looked like they was just having fun, right? Like they were just happy to be there.
That was beyond crazy.
Despite all the obligations?
Yeah, you was funny, man.
Building houses?
You're a funny nigga, man.
I'm just saying it looked like they wasn't about to take that game serious now, right?
Because they know. They look around like, hey, man, these niggas can't really fuck with us at all. Let's not turn it up. Right?
Because if they did
what we be doing, what we really be doing out here in real time, they don't want to
Luka be playing all-star game like in real life. That's why I don't understand. Like, he hit you with a step back from 35 in real life. Like.
Little boy.
Little bitty boy.
Little boys.
Personally, I wouldn't like to see it.
Most unathletic looking.
The only reason I wouldn't like to see it is because the narrative now is when you team up, whoever moves is a weak ass motherfucker that couldn't carry his team. Which means that whoever leaves, legacy gets cut, right? So therefore, if you want their legacies to preserve its greatness, they have to stay put.
What if they both leave and go somewhere else?
Then both of them, then it's LeBron James and Chris Bosh thing. We go to a whole nother city. Whoever's there is gonna be there, and both of us look silly like a motherfucker. So that's what I'm saying. We're fighting on both sides of the fence here, right? We want people to be champions, but if their organization is not putting themselves in a position, if they leave to go get one, now we diminish their legacy. So, you're sitting here, fuck both ways. I don't know. So I wouldn't want to see it.
Norris, how about yourself? How would you feel about a Luka Jokic super?
I would be cool seeing it. I mean, I understand from the legacy point of view, but from a basketball purist point of view, I think it would be dope to see them two play together because they complement each other well. Joker can pass, he can play in different spots on the court. Luka can manipulate the pick and roll. If a Jamal Murray, Joker's pick and roll is deadly, what's a Luka Doncic and Joker pick and roll gonna look like? So from a basketball purity standpoint, I would love to see that. Now, it ain't gonna be no hot flying and all that. But they will carve you up slowly, you hear me? Carve you up like a pumpkin slowly, a slow death. So I would like to see it from a basketball point of view. I think it'd be cool.
Do we think fans would enjoy seeing as much as fans complain?
Sure, absolutely. They already enjoy Luka right now.
It ain't gonna happen. All the media's gonna say how stupid this shit was, how bad it was, and then the fans just gonna jump their goofy ass on the bandwagon. Yeah, that's stupid. He's stupid for that.
What would be the difference between them two and Clay and Steph?
Huh?
Like, it wasn't like that was all crazy entertaining, just shooting a bunch of threes, right? Winning championships, right? So this pick and roll with them two slow motherfuckers playing basketball at the highest IQ level.
Carving you up.
Carving they motherfucker. It's like Euro basketball at the championship level.
At the championship.
Slow it down, half court all day. We about to do some shit that y'all really never see because you don't really get to see good basketball.
That's a fact.
Imagine Luka playing with a good center that can pass. Not even Jokic. Just a good center that you can throw the ball to and he can cut and he can move, and he ain't even got that. He's still averaging what?
I think Joker would make him be open to passing. It seems like Luka don't want to pass that much. I'm honest with you. I mean, he has assists, but they're because of the volume of him having the ball, not giving the ball up to let somebody else make the play type of.
The Kobe trust system.
Yes.
Do I trust giving you the ball other than Antoine Walker say, I trust me more than I trust you?
Yes, sir.
I'm cool. I'm cool, I got it. My shot's better. my shot's a lot better than yours.
They're going to need a bunch of high-flying 3-and-D dudes if they play together because the defense, them two.
Oh, 100%. It ain't non-existent. Non-existent. But they're going to get rebounds.
Yeah,
right? So
sure.
We could zone up.
For sure.
We can play lazy defense, but then it fucks with the integrity of the game, right? So like you said, you need some 3-and-D guys go out there, hustle, take the pressure off them, and it'd be cool.
So if KD and LeBron wanted to team up, what we gonna say?
At this point, they're a little older. They're a little older right now. But in prime time, I don't,
It's unfair.
I wouldn't want to.
Stupid. Yeah, they.
Some people would say that.
They play the same
Others
position.
just enjoy it.
Because they play the same position. It's direct. You're taking away direct head-to-head matchup.
We frown
like Kawhi and PG.
We frown upon them two, but it's okay for these.
I don't think they never wanted to though. Bron and KD didn't want to play, but they play the same exact
What I'm
position.
saying is,
you can't do that.
What I'm
Gio.
saying
You know
is,
that.
mentally, why can we accept a Luka and Jokic super team, but then we frowned upon when it was done?
Because
people's
it's a guard.
legacies is killed because of it.
Because it's a guard big.
And it was a media legacy kill-off. It wasn't no player kill-off.
But that's what I said. I said the media will kill it, and then...
Did people frown upon the KD Steph one?
Oh,
yeah.
no.
More from KD's side.
Absolutely.
But they enjoy watching it, right?
No, you enjoy watching it because it's great basketball, but then you...
And the narrative is not going to be Luka going to a team that directly put him out of the playoffs and all that. It ain't going to be that. Yeah. That's what the KD was. But KD was up 3-1 and then lost and then went to that team. So that narrative wouldn't be the same as Luka.
But like anything, we find ways to put a narrative on anything.
We didn't put a narrative on.
No, we didn't.
That happened.
On LeBron and Kyrie.
Well, Kyrie was a young... He wasn't all the way him yet.
But he hadn't made the playoffs.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He never made the playoffs before LeBron came
back home.
They was perennial losers until LeBron came back.
Talking about all of that. I'm just talking about the two abilities.
Yep.
Together.
But guess what? They were two different positions.
Those are two incredible abilities, right? Together. Then KD goes to the Warriors. Two incredible abilities.
But Kyrie wasn't looked at as an MVP level player at that point in time.
I understand.
Steph was already,
I understand that, right? So you got an advantage for the Warriors.
Right.
Right? So when you look at Luka, Jokic, you got two incredible abilities together. LeBron and KD together, like you said, it's a clash just like Kawhi and PG. It's like it just don't make sense. I wouldn't frown upon that because we've already seen different matchups.
So you wouldn't talk shit about LeBron James if he went to Philly? Mm-mm. You wouldn't talk shit if
you support it?
No.
I wouldn't support it, but I wouldn't talk shit about it.
Yeah, you would.
Well, because play with Embiid?
He got to win.
And
you got to win.
And he's year 19.
What I'm saying
you got to win.
Well, but as I said, is we're okaying one super team because we like the ideal of it, but then any other super team, when people teamed up, their legacies got killed for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, just keep the same smoke all the way around. So if these two team up, which one are y'all gonna say is not him?
If they win, it's just depending on if they win it.
KD won.
It didn't destroy nothing about his legacy. From my standpoint.
I think from a leadership standpoint, it did do something to his legacy for sure. Because he's not looked at.
Well, that's still being questioned to this day.
Yeah, he's not looked at that way because of that.
I look at him as the leader of that team when he won with the Warriors. He led that team. Period. That's how I looked at it. Steph led the team the year before when they went 73-9. That was Steph.
I looked at him as like a hired gun. So you called the Navy SEAL in. He came into this job. He ain't the leader of the pack, but he's exactly what you need, and he's a juggernaut at what he do.
But look, when you hired the hired gun, you know who's in charge? I'm in charge now. You know what y'all did? Y'all called me. In Troy, Achilles.
You call him. When you call him, go fight your own battle. If not, let me do me.
Now you call me back in here in the tent, talking about coming here and I need you to. I bow to no man. I got no king.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Now we have an agreement.
No, you taking the arrow to the foot.
Okay, we're gonna win. Cool. That's how I look at KD. Like, and when he went on his own, like you said, with the leadership side, you can question that because he did not take his teams to the championship because he was not a hired gun anymore. We bringing you in to build
bring other people around, yeah.
Right.
That's the difference. But why do we spend our time questioning? No one did it before. It wasn't done before. It was never done before. We just watched the game. Nobody questioned legacies.
Well,
right. We just
now you got guys out here saying you got guys out here claiming to be the best. You got a lot of rankings going on, and so now
like the rest of them before this group Same thing. Before.
Who saying they was the best?
Yeah,
I never heard
nobody.
Penny, Shaq, MJ, and
Even
them.
Kobe.
Even Kobe never said he out of his mouth on a public thing that he was the best. Obviously, you know what he thought, but like,
Hey, MJ, who's better, MJ? I'm A1, he A2.
After he was retired.
yeah, he said that after he was retired.
Yeah.
Because when in 96, 97, and 2000, it took him a while before he thought he could
Yeah.
MJ out of.
And that was after Shaq even solidified. I'm like, hey man, this.
Yeah, that was 2002. 2002 and beyond, Kobe started to be like, you know what?
I feel it.
I'm second to nobody. Yeah.
Kobe thought he was the best player in '98.
He made the All-Star game as a starter in All-Star game.
And
He didn't start on his own team. He didn't even start on his own team.
That motherfucker.
That cat was delusional
He
then.
was delusional.
He was a little delusional
Getting
then.
hated on by older gentlemen.
Yes.
Little Laker boy.
Little Laker boy, huh?
Little Laker boy.
Little Laker boy want to go out
But
there.
from a pure hoop standpoint, I mean, KD, you know, he one of them ones now.
He is.
He one of them ones.
Yeah.
So
But being on the hierarchy, though, you can't just look at basketball, Gil. You got to look at everything when you nitpicking. That's
what I said. I
just
look
the
at it like
reality.
this. That's why I said it's only fair when you're arguing your point. Argue your point without talking
Tearing
about
down the other one.
Without talking about the other one.
I got you.
Right? So if you're for Jordan, just talk about Jordan. Put his stats up there, and then whoever has Kobe, you put his stats up there. Whoever has LeBron, you put his stats up there. Magic Johnson, people, you put your stats up there. Let the stats.
But it ain't just stats. It's stats with context and eyes.
But
it ain't just the numbers.
I know, but go from there. Don't start saying, oh, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that, he couldn't do, because that becomes
Some of that turns into
because you spend more time talking about what they can't do versus talking about what your guy can do.
But that's what comes with an opinion, right? Comparison. You got to have an opinion because we're all referencing something, right? So then what we're referencing it against. Okay, the reason I'm picking him
over him.
And then when you do that, you know what someone else doesn't like? The fact that you didn't pick who they picked. Well, why does he have to be over? Because I picked him. That's why I picked him.
Right.
Well, I disagree because, okay, cool, disagree. But I still pick who I pick. I'm not gonna change my pick just because you disagree.
It's like a job resume, right? When you go into a job resume looking for a job, you don't spend your time talking about the other person that they're trying to hire. You just talk about how great you are. That's how you do it. We all go in there, talk about how great we are, and they say, we're gonna go with you.
Unless
But you gotta
unless you
nitpick.
see the other motherfucker in the lobby, you be like, you better not pick this motherfucker.
better not hire this
You better not. Hey, I'm better than him.
Right.
So, speaking about picks.
False.
Question, Gil. I'm merely a host. Which two current NBA players would you like to see join forces?
Ooh. We already had a small sample size of the one I wanted to see, but they broke it up. Jimmy and Joel Embiid. That was it. They might have been in the finals by now, won a chip maybe by now. They chose, I ain't gonna even say, you know what, we saw what they chose instead, because I don't wanna, what we just did, I talk about, I'm just gonna promote my guys and what I wanted to see. I don't wanna put nobody else down. Let me.
Because we have to see these people on the
Yeah, in real life. But Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid, that was it right there.
I got one. Ant-Man, Wemby.
I like that. I like that.
Young niggas versus the old niggas. As Ant so eloquently told him.
That's a good pick and pop. That's a good everything right there.
Gil, which two current NBA players would you like to see join forces?
It's a tough one, though.
I would like a Jokic and
Luka.
I would like a Jokic and Luka.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
from a basketball standpoint, hey, Shotty, hey, we working on him now. Now he right
No,
there.
you're asking me what two that I would like. That is the.
I get it.
You're asking me what.
That's why I love this dude. That's how I love
Block
him.
Rivers.
I see him like I'm like he got to say John, somebody else. He said Luka and.
Yeah, you're asking me what I would like to see versus if will I approve? I'm talking. There's two different subjects. Yeah. When it's about a legacy, one said, what would you like? I mean, those two motherfuckers together would be great.
You such a Ja fan. I knew you was gonna say Ja.
At first, I was thinking, I was like, Ja and
I couldn't think of nobody for Ja either. Cause
I know, 'cause that's what I said. I was like, Ja.
nah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
They would have fun.
For multiple reasons, I don't like that idea.
Which one?
Ja and Zion.
They can't be going out together and they off the court social like nah, dog.
Talking about on the court.
Yeah, man.
On the court.
It's gonna affect it. It's gonna affect it because they won't be on the court. What they gonna be doing off the court will affect them to not even be on the court. Like,
what if it balances out and they both
club chicken wings?
Man, we ain't gonna
we're gonna get both. We get the chicken wings and the booty.
Katie and Wemby.
Ooh.
Man, that'd be the tallest front court in history.
I like that. KD and Wemby.
Because everybody got these great little niche, like they got these little twos, these little great twos look great. I was like,
Halliburton.
They said Wemby and Boba.
Halliburton and Giannis.
Start fucking around.
Yeah.
That's
Halliburton and Giannis, yeah.
That's tough.
Should I say Halliburton and Wemby if we keeping it a...
Keeping it a whole buck.
Trae Young and Wemby.
Oh, good. Well, you said
we
that.
talked about that one.
Speaking of Trae, after the Hawks did move DeJounte Murray at the deadline, Trae Young has become the subject of trade rumors, with the Lakers emerging as a potential option to land the three-time All-Star services this summer. According to the Athletics, Jovan Buha, the Lakers' interest in Young dates back to the 2022-2023 season, when the organization identified him as someone who could bridge the gap between Lakers eras and complement Anthony Davis with his off-the-dribble scoring and playmaking. There is also the obvious Clutch sports connection, which always matters. Young is represented by the firm and its founder, Rich Paul. Shout out Clutch. Not on the payroll, not getting any bread.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Just letting you guys know.
Just an unnecessary shout out.
This is unnecessary. Not getting a check would be nice.
I think, I don't know. I guess the chat just thinks Clutch goes around just paying everybody.
No bread. Y'all see how I dress. Y'all see how I dress. No bread. Still waiting on the underdog direct deposit.
I'm trying to ease off, and I'm about to take my mask
You on a payroll? Like, I wish I was, if they're giving out checks. During All-Star Weekend, Trae was asked about his name being mentioned in trade rumors by Hawks beat reporter Jamila Johnson and had this to say.
It's part of it. I mean, the best players in the game have all been traded. I mean, some of the few lucky ones have been blessed to be drafted in situations where they can win championships and it all be perfect for them. They can stay in that one situation forever. And that's what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do with Atlanta. But who knows? This is it's a type of league where things change and it happens. But obviously, my mindset is staying in Atlanta right now, and I don't get caught up in all the rumors and stuff. My contract is locked in for a couple of years, so I don't have very much say in it right now.
So if you listen to what Trae say, very interesting. Again, shout out Jamila Johnson, who asked that question All-Star Weekend, posted the video.
Can y'all put that video back on and just put it on pause?
Okay, no sound?
No, just put it on pause.
Rachel Nichols lurking?
No. Just pause right there.
This is the type of stuff you're talking about All-Star Weekend while you ain't thinking about the game.
I'm here trying to enjoy my festivities, and this is the conversations that they're spending having. We're talking about trade rumors. What the fuck does that have to do with the weekend?
Trae sounds like trade.
But that's what I'm saying is you spend your whole time with this bullshit. Right? This is All-Star Weekend. Let's talk about the fun festivities that we're gonna do. Don't talk about.
But he may have been asked that previously.
Yeah, of course. Here. This is
starting lineups, and even that creates controversy.
Think about it. If you notice, everybody who's been getting LeBron James, what did he talk about? Trading. Did you know you was gonna get traded? This is what you spend your time doing the whole time, right? Right, because for the first time, all the media that never really gets to talk to you all year is at one spot. So you spend your time answering questions about everything but the weekend itself.
Well, good. As you know, Gil's Arena submitted for a credential for All-Star Weekend, so we could ask the question that the players want to hear. That credential request was denied.
I'm not going there answering no questions about that.
Yeah, you get to ask you the media now.
And I'm be trying to hump on all the things that came in town. What's wrong with you? It's All-Star Weekend. You ain't got to go city to city to city to city to city, right? Miami, New York.
The work is all
Atlanta,
converged.
LA converge all.
The work is all converged.
It's a big guy. It's a big gumbo.
Spirit Airlines, Southwest.
Hey, it's a big gumbo.
Frontier.
Hey.
All the lower tier airlines all making their way.
Hey, and I'm
getting you within 2 hours of the city.
Nothing about Greyhound.
Hey. Hey. Nah. And you want me to
You
tell
say nothing about Greyhound.
Want me to tell you what the best part is about All-Star Weekend? Most of the women there ain't got no hotels. They're driving, hoping to land somebody.
It was 15 degrees out there, though. What if
They
it
stayed in their
did not
cars.
work? What if it did not work?
Driving All-Star Weekend next year, you'll see people sleeping in their cars. They got vans, they got U-Haul vans, and they sleeping in there. All-Star Weekend.
It'll be in the bag next year.
You know prices is low. Warm room. Got the warm room.
But you say you got room and board.
Them bottom feeders, though, I don't know. You can.
No.
Bottom feeders. You bottom feeders.
Hey, there be some thing.
We call them dirty. We call them dirty butts.
So you got some thing.
That's a dirty butt.
No, not when they get in your room.
You gotta take a shower first.
Yeah.
You got dirty
trust me.
butt. You got
A1.
dirty butt. Dirty butt.
Not in the,
A1.
A1,
bro. Trying to get rooms.
So shelterless
Trying to lay
work.
up for the weekend.
room and board.
Basically,
Room and board.
shelterless work,
It's
seeking
warm.
room and board.
It's warm in here, man.
Just sitting at the bar the whole time, just waiting to get picked up. What?
Gil, does it work better in cold weather cities? Because warm weather, obviously, if I got to sleep in the car, not a big deal. Just roll the windows down. Cold weather, 15 degrees, snowstorm.
Bro, you be catching some A1 straggling, boy.
He talking like it's like a clearance sale.
Clearly, yes.
The TJ Maxx at work.
Just got out with a whole bunch of friends. Girl, let's go. Where we gonna stay? Shit, we don't know. You and you. Let's go.
I thought the work all combined forces like 18 to a room at the Holiday Inn. Is that still going?
They try, but for the most part, everything is sold out.
Fair.
Especially when think about what I'm saying is think about the smaller cities like New York. Of course, you can find something somewhere, right? LA, you can find something in San Diego, but places like this, come on, man. You over here got a room in damn Chicago.
2.5 hour drive.
Yeah, you driving think about what I'm saying. You got a room in Chicago, driving there for 2 hours, trying to figure out because you don't want to drive back. Woo!
Oh, buddy.
I'm just.
Sounds like a great discussion for the workshop.
Yeah, the workplace.
Workplace. Workers' comp.
Workers'
But
comp.
let's get back to
Lock back in, man.
Let's get back
Like
to
back
Graham.
in, I'm just thinking, woo! Good old days.
We get 24 All-Stars out there. Is it an infinite amount of work? Are you getting premium pick?
Whoa.
Like what draft pick do you feel like you had when you were there?
Anybody?
He used to steal the work.
No.
He was a work thief?
Work thief. Because
No.
he was already, when you got the stamp, he don't have to do a whole lot of shit but just show up in the lobby. And that's it, right? So the niggas like me walk in with the work and they leave my hand to go over there and be like, that's Gilbert.
No, we don't
That's
need you.
Gilbert.
Most people come on the think about
Gilbert.
it. Most people come with their girls. Most of the All-Stars are coming with their family because they're not going on vacation.
Right.
So most of the players ain't really accessible like that. So if you're a single dude coming down, you're a hot commodity. Other than that, it's just players that didn't go on vacation that came down there that's sitting there pulling them. Right, so when you be watching and you see people like, you ain't even an All-Star this year.
Yeah.
Pulling them.
Got him.
Pulling them.
The Applebee's.
Friends of friends.
The Applebee's, you know, the little card, it don't work.
Okay.
You know, it worked when you got them. Like, baby, we're going to Applebee's after this. Then Gilbert pop up in the lobby, he's like,
Going to
Roof
Roof. He
Chris.
was about to say
Going to
Roof Chris.
We're going to Roof Chris.
Trust me, man, they come in with friends.
So let's talk about Trae Young, where this conversation
that's what it was?
initially started. Where this conversation initially
Man, it was Trae Young to
Because it was an All-Star and I was like, what are you talking
the work. Oh, good.
Gil made us pause to talk about the question, proceeded to talk about the work, and now we coming right back full circle. Trae Young. So given all the assets the Lakers would have to give up, do you like a LeBron, AD, Trae big three and a future Trae, AD duo once LeBron?
What is the assets that we got to give up?
They've got 3 first-round picks, a bunch of pick swaps, a bunch of guys that are currently on the roster. Gil, I know your feelings on the Lakers. I'm just saying it's going to take a lot.
Yeah, they had to
to
get
get
I mean,
D'Lo and Austin.
it'd be a better.
CBA.
It all depends if we're gonna get rid of what.
D'Lo and Kamara. Kamara. Have to give up them 2 plus probably your first 2 first rounds.
I would say probably 3 if I'm being real.
So I still keep like.
They're gonna want Limit Daddy.
I mean, no, you're not giving up all 3 of them. No. Just them 2 plus some picks. Yeah, I like that. I like that trade. That'd have been a good trade.
Let me pull up my trade machine.
Does it move the needle?
So D'Angelo Russell has a player option. You would need him to opt in if that's the route you want to go. You got Rui, Austin Reeves. You could Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt.
You can take Gabe with you.
Yeah, all under. Standing contract. Probably have to give up those 3 picks, a few second-round picks, a few pick swaps.
But does it help us? Does it help us get closer to winning something?
That's the question I'm asking you.
That was my question for y'all too. If they don't win this year, do you break this motherfucker up?
Who, Lake Show?
Does LeBron come back again?
Does it come back again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else he gonna want to go. There's nowhere else he would really want to go.
He can go home.
Unless he go back. I'm about to say, unless he go back to Miami.
No. You can retire.
Or that.
He live here.
Go put on the apron. Go cook.
Yeah, but he still love to play though.
He live here.
Yeah, we all love. We all love to play.
So LeBron said he wants to stay with the Lakers organization. Obviously, Norris, you played with LeBron in the Heat. But entering year 22, if it does not go well for the Lakers this season with the finite amount of time he'll have left in his career, I think we all think he'll come back to the Lakers. But if you're Bron, are you looking around a little bit like, ooh?
Looking to do what?
Nah, because you gotta understand, when he goes somewhere, you have to readjust your whole roster. You have to readjust your whole way of doing things to most places. You know, most places are gonna cater to everything he wants, and he knows that takes time. And that's the one thing he don't have. He don't have time. And so if he looked around and seen somewhere he can go, and with the new salary cap options, where could he go? Unless he's gonna take the minimum, which he's not taking the minimum. That don't make no sense to ever do that for him.
Which you can't legally.
Yeah, so I think he's going to stay there and ride it out. Like mentally, it might frustrate him to not win, obviously, but he loved being in LA. You know, LA, the big fish, in LA for the Lakers, the Laker brand. Try to be competitive as you can.
If Bronny comes out this year,
it's not.
If he does.
Now, if he does,
gets drafted.
He's going to that team.
By the Toronto Raptors.
He's going to facilitate his way to be in the 6.
Nah.
Unless Bronny say, I don't want it. If Bronny say, Pops, I don't want it, then he won't. But
yeah, I think
other than that,
I think they'll just make a trade. I think somebody will draft him just to have leverage over the Lakers. I would.
If they drafted him, though, he still has time until when he can pick up his player option. He might not pick it up and then go straight there.
But he is making $5 million for the NIL shit, so he can stay another year in college.
Yeah, his video game money is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
shout out Bronny.
He ain't rushing the fucking...
Right.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. It's video game money. So even if he's in the NBA, that video game contract is still there. Mm-hmm. It might even enhance.
They will enhance because it's now.
But if I'm a team and I wanna bend the Lakers over a little bit, get a little grease, get a little pumps in, I would draft Bronny, knowing that.
So when he goes to the Clippers,
Daddy gotta come.
If the Clippers,
would he go to the Clippers?
If the Clippers had a late first round or a late second round pick and they picked up Bronny, would Bron go across the street?
Well, hey, I don't know what
all that Laker talk. Would he go across the street?
I'm like, hey, I got your son.
Wow.
He'd be in good hands too with Ty Lue.
Yeah.
He'd be.
I got your kid.
Wow. I feel like. So what would you do for that? What would you throw? What pieces would you throw to that for Bron? You get rid of Kawhi and PG?
Hell no.
We got your son.
I got your son.
Yeah, I don't know what you do, but you do whatever you need to do to make it happen.
So there is another, back to Trae. You said, Gil, you didn't know how you felt necessarily with Trae coming to the Lakers, but there's another team out there with more assets than the Lakers that could be looking to add a star this summer as well. That is the Spurs. When asked about the type of player Wemby needs to take him to the next level, Trae offered these thoughts.
I mean, the kind of player that can help him win a championship. I mean, make his job easier for him. I mean, somebody who can just help him. So that's the type of player he needs around him.
Trae was out there cheesing just a little too much for my liking, but shout out to Najee Adams, who got that video. If you were Trae, I'm asking you guys on this couch, if you were Trae, would you rather go to the Lakers or Spurs?
Lakers.
Why would you pick Lakers, though?
I mean, you playing with Bron and AD, the Laker brand. you're gonna have a chance to play in the playoffs, and once the playoffs start, Bron right now is still healthy enough to where if he get in the playoffs, he can make things happen. So you're gonna be on the bigger stage, So I would go to the Lakers. Now, if you're talking about future, no state taxes in Texas, San Antonio, but you're gonna get your head beat in. Him going there with Wemby, they still gonna get their head beat in. They not beating Luka, Golden State, the Lakers, Ant-Man up in Minnesota, Shea Gill and OKC. They still, even with them two, ain't touching them. Nobody's touching Denver right now. So him going there ain't gonna move the needle drastically enough to where I would say go there over the Lakers.
Yeah, I think if they filled the rest of that roster out.
Yeah.
But from Trae's standpoint, the opportunity to play with Wemby.
That's cool, but you got the opportunity to go play with.
That's a lot of assists.
You got to go play with Bron and AD.
I get it.
25. He's 25 right now, and he's been screwed over by everybody, right? He's been screwed over by everybody. Every time you get a chance to screw Trae Young over, you do. Going with LeBron, where you got 1-2 years, right? And then that team's going to be broken up if you don't win it. With Wemby, you are a staple for Wemby and Wemby's success, and all eyes are on you. And you are with the franchise. You are with the face of the NBA coming, right? You're going to be looked at in Italy and all this. And I think for himself, this is personal. Like personal thing, I think he can rebrand himself better playing alongside Wemby than he would come to LA. Will he win? Probably not, but would he be in a better situation for his brand 100 times?
See, I'm on the fence on both sides of that because, Norris, I understand what you're saying, the LA brand, the market, and all that, but as we know, Lakers fans can be very critical.
Rude.
So
we're rough.
If you think you're getting it bad being in Atlanta from what you're getting across the country, and not to say Trae would play bad if he came to LA, but first bad game.
Ain't no bad games. Ain't no bad games for Trae in LA, especially with AD and LeBron.
Right.
You look at what LA needs: scoring point guard that can actually pass. Right. Then you look at the Brandon side. Now I get what Gil was saying, and that was what you were saying with the future. Looking at the future reference of the staple and the franchise, him really being like Tony Parker.
Right.
Ultimately. But I think he's bigger than that. I think that if you put him in LA, it's just like putting Dame in Milwaukee. What happened when Dame hit Milwaukee? He became a fucking starter in the All-Star game.
Instantly.
Right? Instantly. The one thing he kept getting snubbed for on the West.
It's important.
Right? Take an East guy, put him on the West, put him on a big market team. Next thing you know, he in LA, jersey sales is up.
Yep.
Out the roof immediately.
Immediately.
He's going to get sponsorships. He's going to be on the billboard immediately.
Adidas got to put him on the billboard.
Got to.
Shoes are fire as it is already, so shoe sales increases.
Now he gets to be maybe on TV shows,
movies.
Different opportunities come with being in LA than other places, right? He could be buried in San Antonio, but ultimately when you look at LA and what it provides, you got D-Lo, you got Lemon Daddy.
Shout out to Lemon Daddy, billboards all over the city.
And if you was to get them to go to Atlanta for Trae, you're talking about an opportunity for AD to look better, easier shots, easier opportunities. Now LeBron really don't, even though they say he don't like to play off the ball, it's an opportunity for him to really just chill. Trae, be Trae.
He need that to preserve him to get to the playoffs so that he can do what he need to do once he get to the playoffs.
Yep. Well, I think it's a good opportunity, even though Wemby just getting that Louis Vuitton deal. He's going to be bigger than life.
Plug.
That's bigger than life right there, right?
How key is a Louis V plug, though?
That's
Paris.
Yes, Paris.
I'm next to you. I'm next to you.
My best friend.
He's my favorite point guard of all time.
Yeah, that's all I need.
I love him.
That's all I need right there. My favorite.
Years.
Man, that's
what I'm saying. That's
17 assists a game almost.
That's what I just look at it like that. Like I just look at it like because of where Wemby's gonna be and where he is right now. If I'm Trae Young, I want to attach just like T-Mac and Yao. I want to attach my name to this dude today.
But what happens if you help the Lakers
win?
Then what? What happens? Let's just be realistic, right? We win. LeBron retires. 80-something, right? It ain't gonna be us two, and then eventually
if you win in LA, you automatically are good almost forever.
Yeah, just
He's a
like
starting point guard on a Laker championship team.
Just like AD's been since he's won the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good, right? We ain't.
But he solidified Lakers.
How about in them streets? How's Bambi leg in them streets, right?
Man,
so I'm just saying, like,
Okay,
in LA, realistically, what he has, 3 years here? Realistically?
Nah, but if LeBron retire, you can still build through him and AD, or you can trade. If you do trade AD, you can get a haul of other young.
But do you want to be Trae Young?
You can be in a big market because there's some other stars that want to leave they small markets.
Because LA always gonna bring big players anyway. So
For
if
sure.
Trae is our one big player that we hear, it ain't like you're saying you're gonna build around Trae. But what you're saying is we're gonna bring other big players in, and we're gonna have Trae here.
Yes.
So you're always gonna have a piece that's gonna distribute and score.
And the Laker, all that, Louis Vuitton stuff, that sound good. The Laker brand in American sports, it means something.
But Norris, no tax and Louis V?
I'm thinking, I feel you.
And the face.
I feel you. I get all that. I feel all that. And listen, it make perfect sense.
The French women too.
But you're going to show up to San Antonio, and then you're going to take your visit to LA, and then you're going to be like,
Yeah, I can see it both ways, though.
Yeah, you see how excited he got.
yeah. You're going to be in San Antonio, then you're going to go to LA.
Right? He got it. Yeah. With him? Y'all gonna put him on TV every single. So, I don't know. That's hard.
I think that's a win-win.
Because he's
Neither one of them is a bad. It's a bad option.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like organizational too. You look at organizational for the Spurs.
Because guess what? Pop ain't gonna be there forever. Pop's 70-some years. So who gonna replace that? That's some instability. His coach, Wemby's coach, is gonna play a big part in his trajectory and how much he wins.
You think it'll be Tim Duncan?
I think Timmy.
Is he on the bench right now?
I think so.
I think he's around.
He's just around.
Consultant.
He's doing kind of what UD be doing. They around.
He's Doc River.
See, Doc River.
You know you're old, right? You know you're old, right?
Can't coach forever.
Well, Pop is the GM too.
Talking to the GM.
Pop can groom and pick his next coach. He can pick who he wants.
Talking to GM Pop. Coach
Hey,
Pop,
I'll come coach Wemby. I come coach.
Norris is available. So we asked the chat, where should Trae go? 44% said Lakers, 56% said Spurs. So speaking of the Spurs, Wemby was very candid when asked about building his relationship with Pop this season.
When we talk privately, he knows I understand. I'm smart. I'm trying to do my best. But sometimes he tries to send messages and sometimes I remember maybe 2-3 months into the season, we were in film in front of everybody, and he goes like, "Yeah, what the fuck is this? This is what you were doing day one. Why did you take a step back? You gotta keep getting better." Sometimes he sends messages.
Yeah. So early in your career, how did you guys handle just criticism, getting called out from a coach, maybe getting blasted in a film session, and how did that change as you gained veteran status in the league?
It hurt. It hurt, right?
Hurt that ego.
Yeah, ego get hurt. Listen. I used to spaz so much when they did that shit to me, to the point where the coach had to come to me and like, "Yeah, listen, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna come to you early today. I'm gonna kill you, but it's not personal, and because I want to talk shit about them, right? Because I been that motherfucker just."
Yeah, I did that because I got to score 30 every night. What you mean?
No,
you want me running?
This is my.
You want me running playing defense too?
No, this is my rookie year, right? Because coach is like, "Yeah, your plus, your minus is this and this," and I'm like, when I got the fucking the game, we down 30 fucking points any fucking way, blah blah blah, just going and.
Oh, you was crazy, Gil.
Yeah. Because it was unfair, bro. Like the motherfucker. So we sorry. We sorry. You put me in with 2 minutes left, and you talking about the shots I took.
Yeah.
We're down 30. Now we're down 36.
Had no impact on the game.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Do that.
Because you don't want to talk to them.
I was used to it. College groomed me for that constructive criticism. When you're the best player on your team and you got other guys who are just as good as you that's not getting as criticized because I could take it. I love the criticism because it allowed me to show the other players that when you get in the lashing, you don't say Toby. Don't say it. My name is Kunta, coach. Yeah, I got you. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to keep playing the way I play, but I understand what you want, right? So you get to the NBA, it's different because they trying to make a point even stronger. And if you're not a star, like Gil, you know, we came from trying to get to that point, and I never got to that point because it was like I knew that the coaches wanted to make a point to certain players, and they couldn't talk. He couldn't call out KG because Ticket wasn't having that shit. I'm not having that shit, Dwayne Casey. What the fuck is you talking about?
Dwayne,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like they pick and choose their battles with who they can call out. But if you willing to be able to take it, it lets him know that I can always use him as the whipping boy, right? And if you do got the ego, it's like it's difficult for that. But sometimes you got to put that aside because you know it's either a narrative or a reason why they're doing it, and they got to use you because it's like, all right, he's used to this. Who was your coaching? Oh, Roy Williams, who? Bobby Knight, who? Okay, yeah, I know you used to me talking like this, but if you ain't never used to that,
it's tough.
Then gonna cry in the car.
I was groomed in college too, high school and college, to be able to take criticism. But I always look and see if what they're saying is true. If what they're saying is true, then you can yell all day.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to the message, and I'm mature enough to handle the message. Because he ain't gonna whoop me.
Right.
So I know it ain't gonna be like that, and so I can take him yelling. And if it's true, if what happened on the film is true, then you just take it. Where it becomes tricky is when they manipulating the film. You might have did 5 things right. I got 5 assists, only 1 turnover. You show that 1 turnover for 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the film session.
And then skip over the assist.
And then skip over the dude that got 4 turnovers.
And you ain't say nothing.
And you ain't say none of that. That's when it can get tricky. I wasn't in that situation, but I don't know how I would have handled that situation. But a lot of it also depends on the organization that you with. Like you said, he couldn't say nothing to Ticket. Minnesota is ran a different way. They don't have no championship pedigree and all that.
Yep.
Pop can say what he want to say because Pop, you look up in that banner, he put 5 of them things up there. Spo can say just about whatever he want to say because Pat Riley is not firing him no matter what. So he can say whatever he wants to say.
He blew the big
And
whistle.
even though Spo don't take advantage of that, but he says what he needs to say. And so as a role player, you don't have no choice but to take it. And then once you get a couple years, and if you a vet, if you don't like it, you can just talk to him like, hey man, I'm for the team and all that, but Spo, I think you was a little extreme. Cause that's how UD was. UD didn't mind getting called out, but if you call him out and you ain't call out the star, UD would damn near break the whole blackboard. He'll break everything. And he'd be like, hey man, I played for 12 minutes.
Right.
You show film for me for 15 minutes. That cat played 40 minutes. We only show 2 clips. But he got the pedigree though. He got the pedigree and the respect to where he can do that. And so role players don't try that unless you got the ultimate respect. You got to build your resume up to be able to do something like that.
So I want to basically ask you about that. So Wemby in a lot different situation.
Wemby's in a
Then I feel like yourself coming in with that Heedle squad. You got LeBron, you got Chris Bosh, you got D-Wade, you got UD. So what's it like for you in a film session with all them dudes? Are they piling on? Are they supporting? Or how does
they never piled on. I remember one time it was a film session. Coach was getting on me for. He wasn't getting on me bad, but it was just my turn. Everybody gonna have their turn in the film session. It was my turn that day, and UD was like, "Man, keep your head up. Don't worry about that. Them MFers played 40 minutes, did what you did 50 times." He said, "Don't worry about that." And he kept prolonging it, and then he told Spo one time. He said, "All right, Spo, the young fella got it. All right, let's move on." And I wasn't gonna say nothing, because I'm young. I'm the youngest cat on the team. I don't have no accomplishment in the NBA. It's my first, second year in the league. So I'm like, I'm taking it. I ain't saying nothing. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And he's prolonging the point, and I'm getting it here. And Spo's not a screamer, but he's an intense talker. And he look you dead, like he looked right through you. So he's looking at me, and I'm out of eye contact, boom, boom, boom. But it was going so long, and then UD was like, all right, young fella got it now. All right now. And he started cussing out. All right, Spo. All right, let's go now. Other cats around this MF play 40 minutes now. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So you got to have a balance and a respect. The organization has to be intact for you to take certain stuff.
That's a real.
Because if you ain't got the coach talking don't have no pedigree and he being inconsistent, obviously some players ain't taking that. Some players like, hey man.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you was with Golden State when they was coming up. There wasn't no pedigree yet like that, huh?
Nah, but it's just like, dude, we down 30, you just put me in and you
took 4 shots.
You're talking about a turnover or some shit like this to happen. I'm on the wing, dude get crossover, boom, boom, left, right. Left, right. Go in there, dunk, boom.
What the help's all that? Ain't no help out for
Gilbert, why didn't you box out?
Pissing me off. You pissing me off, coach. You pissing me. Who?
Out. There was no missed shot. You look at your man Randy. If there was a missed shot, he would have got it. Hell no, man. You ain't talking about how he got blown off the first dribble.
Bang, bang.
There's no help. There's no charge.
Straight line drive.
Straight line drive.
Like, and I'm sitting here, and that's what used to piss me off, because they're like, well, this is why you're not getting in the game.
Yes. That part.
All right.
That part.
That would drive you crazy.
That part. This why you only play 5 minutes.
But that's why I said I used to blow up like, I'm not playing anyway, so fuck this shit. And then I just go off and then talk to me.
Why you ain't dive on that loose ball?
Loose balls.
You don't see that motherfucker standing next to me too? It's both of us. Why you asking?
You trying to get some time. You already got some time.
So do y'all feel like coaches would come at y'all because they couldn't go at, that's kind of...
Nah, I'm not saying that.
No, but I'm just...
Spo talk to everybody on the Spo, so I ain't saying that. But I've seen situations where it was like that.
Yeah, where it's basically like, I can't yell at the star player like that.
So that's what that was told by Eric Musselman my second year. Was like, yo, I'm gonna come at you because I'm trying to go at someone else, right? And if I come at you and you blow up, then the fuck am I doing? Like, so, like it was just, I was literally a hothead and had to be taught that listen to what they're saying, not the volume of it.
Yes.
Right.
Listen to what they say, not how
they're saying it. So I had to learn it. That's why I said I had, my second year I had 14 texts. So you already know what time I'm on.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm on, don't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Right, I threw a headband at the referee. Right, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know why I was angry like that. Maybe because my girl was cheating. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? She's out there slut bucking it out. I don't know. But I just had this built.
That'll piss you off.
I just had some built up anger that I had to prove something, and it just took effect. And then I had to learn how to really just like enjoy the moment, understand that it's not about the volume, it's about what they're saying. Sometimes they might come at you because they're trying to get to somebody else, right? If you just start playing, you acting like this, or what do you think they're gonna do? So understand what being the next level is. So I had to pay attention. So from there, I had to watch Antoine Jameson. He's a max. Like, so when coach is talking to him, I'm looking at his mannerisms, and he's like, all right, my bad, I got it, my fault. And then realize like, okay, this is how you're supposed to act. And, so when I went to Washington, I kind of had an understanding how to be or move as the best player moves. So when I got to Washington, I was better at dealing with the coaches versus my first 2 years. First 2 years, I was whole different.
You made a great point on why we need vets in this league now. You had Antoine Jameson, somebody to watch and teach you how to be professional. Now, who these young guys learning out there?
No, that's
just doing the team 24.
No, that's real shit. Like, no, like dead ass. Like, if there was no Antoine Jameson on the team, and you're telling me to be a franchise guy, what the fuck am I? Now I'm just dealing with my own emotional ass out here trying to figure it out. No, I'm looking at Antoine. Everything he did, how he dressed, how he, Antoine. He's a professional. So this is the max player, like media, how he talked, how he carried himself, the colored socks, like I learned, like, yo, why you wearing that? I don't even match. He says, yeah, so I want people to look at my, like that's how to be a pro.
Yep.
We need that in the game.
So Norris, you talk about the lack of vets in the game. It seems like there's a lot of vets out there, though. I mean, I'm looking at Dwight Howard in Taiwan, who's not getting a chance to come back to the league. Yourself playing G League Ignite, tons of G League vets in the G League doing that. So right now, a lot of players are still trying to show why they deserve to get another shot in the league. Among them is Lance Stevenson. We got some highlights right here. Born ready, been out of the league since 2022, currently playing for the Iowa Wolves. Recently almost dropped a triple-double in the game against the Santa Clara Warriors. Like you said, there seems to be a need for solid vets at the end of a lot of NBA benches, but why is it so hard for guys that should be on NBA rosters to actually get on NBA rosters?
Part of it is the way it's collectively bargained with these two-way deals. I think you can have 2 or 3 two-ways, so teams are investing in that. So that's one thing, and another thing is how talent is being evaluated. You got to understand, if you're asking a vet to come in, it's not like the vet trying to come in and be the max player. Like, a guy like me, if I come to a team, I'm not coming to the team and trying to shoot step back threes and all that. I know exactly what my role is, and I'm gonna be excited to play my role, which is maturity, which you need that on the team in the locker room. So I think the evaluators are looking at these guys can do this, they can do this, you can do that, do that. But when you call them to your team, that's not what you're gonna ask them to do. You need to be looking at the fit you need that guy to play and find the best player, regardless of age. Is he capable? Is he in shape enough to do that role? And if he is, that should be the guy that get called up. You know, it's only 3 guys on the team that's gonna be able to open up their bag unlimitedly. Other than that, you gotta know how to run to the corner space, catch and shoot. If you're a backup point guard or a third-string point guard, organize the offense, ball security, know how to play defense, get everybody. Because in the playoffs, especially playoff teams, that plays a big role. It ain't about scoring 15 or 20 points. It's about when you on the court and your team is down by 4 and the starters come back in, are y'all still down by 4? Are y'all down by 10? Or are y'all up by 2? That's what veteran players understand. And we ain't out there trying to get our game off. Yep. We out there trying to fit the team.
Time score management.
Exactly. And I think the league is missing that right now. Two is too young. Obviously, you got a lot of young talent that deserves to be in the league. You know, I ain't never gonna hate on no basketball player, but the end of the bench should be guys that are veterans that can stay in shape, keep the locker room and the practice atmosphere positive, and be a good example for young, talented players. And that's what should be and then guess what? If a guy goes down and get injured, you know a veteran, he ready. He been training, he's been watching film because he practicing and doing stuff with the young guys every day, playing ones, running sprints after games, after practice. So you know he ready, and he's been in the league for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, so you know the moment not gonna be too much for him because he done it. You ain't gotta guess, he's done it. And I think we've gotten away from that, and we need to get back to more of that.
I know Gil and I talked about this in the group chat a little bit, so I already know maybe where the direction is he going to go, especially with the Lance thing. So I want to kind of go in a direction of knowing how these guys, vets, are willing to accept that role of being the professional example, right? And maybe you're not going to get your number called to come in the game and give us what you know you can give us, right? But it's more so to be on this team and be an example of a professional. Knowing that I'm not gonna call your number, but you need to be an example for these young guys to tell them how to stay ready.
Exactly.
I'm in here working out, I'm on the treadmill, I'm showing you getting shots up.
I'm sitting on heat pack, so when he called my number, I'm warm already.
I'm here before the game, I'm working out with I'm here with the trainers, I'm making sure I'm eating right, you know, and I'm getting my sleep. Like you said, the dress code, dressing the right way. I'm being an overall example to the point where they're calling me here not necessarily for the team necessities, but for the player necessities. We need you to be a mentor more than a playmaker. And with Lance, it's like, I remember when I was in that position where they wanted to know, was I mentally capable of adjusting to maybe not playing, me not having to have to prove myself that I could play. And I look at the Carmelo Anthony situation when he, Houston, Portland, and it's like him accepting the role of, I'm not the star guy, can I come off the bench? Lance Stevenson, can you be the guy that can accept not playing? Can you, because you want to prove that you can still play. That's the narrative. I want to prove that I'm still playing in the G League because I can prove I can still play. But when you get your opportunity, are you going to be disgruntled about not playing?
That's a fair question. And as a vet, you have to evaluate yourself and know if you want to be in this league, that's what you have to do. I can't speak for him, but I know some vets that will gladly accept their role.
Right.
Because guess what? You only really care about what your peers think. And guess why you prove that? That's practice. That's pickup, that's practice. Like with the young guys, so I play with G League at night now. I know I'm not there to play 25, 30 minutes a night. I know that. But in practice, I'm first in the sprints. When we playing 4-on-4, 5-on-5, that's where I can prove that I can still play. But it's about them getting better. And the vets who are trying to get back in the league, that's what they have to accept. You have to accept that or you won't even get an opportunity.
It's not even about playing, right? It's about an investment, right? You're spending all this money on players, and you don't have anybody to teach them how to be basketball players outside of the court.
Yes.
Right? And that's what it was. I didn't know how to be a basketball player outside of the court, right? So that's where, I got in trouble. Until I had to learn how to be professional and be what, everyone's watching you, right? When you go out, don't drink liquor in front of people.
Go home and
right? To this day, before the show, I can say I don't drink, and no one will have any evidence of it because I came in with a Gatorade bottle full of liquor. But it's a Gatorade bottle.
Right.
Drink Gatorade, drink water, get drunk before you get to the club, right? Don't show people that you're drinking in public. You don't want that image out there. So a veteran had to tell me that. That's what NBA needs to invest in. You're invested in the older guys, right? 14, 15, 13, you're not getting in the game anyway. Those guys can teach these guys, hey, we have a big game today.
Yeah.
We're gonna back it up, right? Hey, we're gonna go out, get a little eat, then we're gonna get back to the room.
Yep.
Right? Don't stay up to the strip club very late. Don't, going to the club, ending the club with the lights on. No, we don't do that.
You step in, step out.
No, we don't do that. You go in, spend about an hour, hour and a half, get what you're gonna get out of there.
Right.
Right? Make sure you tell someone that this girl came to your room, you let the front desk know, you let the team security know, boom, boom, boom. So if anything happens.
You got your alias name, don't put your name.
You know what I mean?
Get your non-disclosures ready at the door so they turn them phones off.
But that's what I said. They teach you how to move, right? They teach you how to be a professional. You're a veteran for a reason. The veteran means you've been in this motherfucker for a long time.
Been there, done that.
You know what I mean? The Jawan Howards.
Yes.
That was
You've been in here for a long time. You was a star. Now I need to learn everything that you've learned this whole time. That's what it is. It's the clip notes to be a star.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Yes, and that's what they're missing.
John Walker.
Enjoy your vices at home. That's one thing.
Enjoy your vices at home.
If you have a vice that could get you in trouble, enjoy your vices at home.
Tron taught us one thing. He said, man, you ain't got to always go to the party. Bring the party to you. Hey, no, we ain't going to Magic City. We in Atlanta. No, I got them all coming to the telly. Don't even worry, brother. Just bring some ones. You good. And you're not going to stay all that late. You're going to be in, you're going to be out. Just want you to show you what this other side look like when you ready.
Yep.
Right? You don't have to go out and be out all times of the night and woo. Hey, come to the room, do.
And this is what your rep's supposed to look like if you're trying to be a max player. You want to be a max player, this is what the max players do.
This is what
they don't do the same work that the role players do. They recovery is different.
Yep.
They reps his shoulder, his endurance and his shoulder and elbow gills is different than everybody else's. Because guess what? When all else fails, he got to show up.
Yep.
They showing up to the game, he's a headliner. So young fella, if this is the path you're taking, if we taking 250 makes a day, you need 500 a day. And in the summer, you got to double, triple that a day.
Then you got to get a massage.
You got to massage afterwards.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all that. But guess what?
Get your chef.
You only know that.
You need it from a player, not a coach. You don't need it from. It's different when a player is saying it versus when a coach is saying it. It resonates different, and that's why you need vets.
You know what happens though? I think sometimes that the general managers and all these guys, they look at a player that had like problems, right?
Yep.
And then they assume that the player who got in trouble at 21 is the same player at 35.
They haven't grown yet.
Like, well, what is wrong with you? The thought of that is like a father to son.
Yes.
If a father is a gangbanger, he don't want his son banging.
You know what's gonna happen.
Right? He knows the ins and outs of what's gonna happen. Right? Like with Chris Brown in the All-Star game. You're penalizing a dude when he was 7. He's 30-something with children.
Man.
You're still talking about what he
Not
did
even
when he
the
was
same person. He's changed 3-4 times.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, come on, like the ideal of this is who he still is just eludes me sometimes. And that's what I think the NBA gets stuck with, or just people, period. That these people are still the same and they haven't grown. The only thing that hasn't grown is you, technically, because you're still thinking about a motherfucker that did something 20 years ago. That's the problem.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's upset with the fact that he don't know why they won't give him another chance. And it's because the attitude problems that he had and that's why it's important to tell these young kids to know, like, your perception of you and your reputation will follow you everywhere you go.
Yes.
Any interview you do, trying to clear up what the past, what happened, they gonna use that. Oh, here you go, blaming somebody else. It ain't your fault. It was his fault. It was their fault. It's like, but I'm just trying to tell the story of what happened. But it's like nobody gives a fuck about what happened because you are the problem, right? But it's like, no, but I'm 40 now.
But they'll hear something about you, may not even be true, but they'll trust the person saying it. So no matter what you do, and that's bigger than just basketball. That's life too.
That's just life, period.
Yeah,
right?
you know
just
what I
see
mean?
people who's just stuck. Whenever they talk about somebody, they're talking about who they were 10, 15, 20 years ago, and it's like, damn, you still on that?
Yeah.
Damn, so you ain't grown.
You ain't grown at all.
And some of these dudes are young decision makers. I don't even think they know some of the. Need to do their homework on some of the veteran players. They don't even know some of them.
Yeah.
And so they need to do their homework and stop using just analytics.
Right.
If you bringing in a vet, you ain't bringing him in for analytics.
No, I need him to groom him to be the next.
Because he's been here. He's empathetic to the situation. He know. Like we talk about Zion, and you look at a guy like Zach Randolph.
Oh, would have been
right?
vital.
How Zebo could give someone like him an opportunity to, hey, look, I had the same type of body fat problems you had, bro. And I was hungry too. But you know what I did to become an all-star? You know what I did to maintain the 20 and 10? And I did these things.
Yep.
Stayed out of trouble. I did this. When the Wurk called me, I left him on red. I ain't call him back until I was done with my workout. You want to go text him mid-workout? I'm taking a breather. Yeah, baby, I'm gonna be there in a second.
Discipline is the biggest thing when you're in the NBA, man. It's like it's one of those things where you have all the money in the world and all the time to not get in trouble. That is the problem. I got all the money and the time to not get in trouble. And you're gonna have to really police yourself. So if you don't put like rules in for you to just be great, then you fall to all the elements, right? The last thing you want to be is someone who's addicted to the NBA life. That is the worst thing, right? That's like
the life without the work. Guess what? The life won't last long.
Yeah, like you don't want to be like you want to be a partier, a drinker. They going to the club, to the strip club, spending. You don't want to be all the elements of an NBA player, right? You want to have some structure in your life,
and then have small
pieces of it.
I get an ultimate testimony to that. That's a great fucking segue point for. I was just talking to my sister about this yesterday. I never set any goals beyond shaking David Stern's hand and putting on that hat. I never set a goal beyond that. There was never an all-star. There was never a all-NBA, none of those things. And I always accomplished all of my goals that I set, but I never set a goal beyond that, which is why my career never went past the contract extension of the 4-year minimum. I never set no goal because the lifestyle engulfed me. And it was like, yo, this lifestyle is where it's at. And then I got Kevin Garnett as my teammate showing me the next level of it, which still didn't make me set a goal to say, all right, I'm gonna do this. And the conversation me and him and Sam Cassell had a conversation of, okay, Shadi, what you gonna do? What you gonna do this year? I mean, most improved, 6 man of the year maybe, cool. That's when I averaged my 15. And I felt like I had reached a certain pinnacle because I was in that conversation of most improved 6 man of the year. But after that, it was like, work. I can get on this TV show. I'm rapping. I want to be in movies. I wanted the lifestyle of the NBA and engulf you. But it was the leadership. Once he left, I was on a younger team. And started dating a Kardashian, and it took over. So it's like the young guys got to understand that there is a difference between that lifestyle aspect
and being a pro.
And being a fucking setting goals. Because you can go and accomplish those goals as long as you know what the goal is. And I can honestly say I never set those goals. And that's the reason why I can't have conversations about being an all-star or conversations about being the GOAT or none of that, because that was never an aspiration of mine until I was out of the league and I'm looking back like, damn, I never really had a goal outside of shaking this nigga's hand.
You know the funny part is, most of us don't, right? We get to the NBA, our goal
to get there.
Our goal was to get, and this is the only thing that saved me was a conversation with Mullen. I'm sitting there just fucking around in the gym, and he said, "What was your goal?" I was like, "To be an NBA player." He said, "Okay, congratulations, you're here. Now what's your next goal?" Huh? You're an NBA player, goal set, boom.
Yep.
Now what? And then I said, can I sit back and think about this? Because I never. So I came back the next day and then gave him my goal, and then he said, "Now prepare for these goals."
Boom.
That was the only thing. Remember, I'm not playing, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what the NBA lifestyle is. I don't know nothing. I'm not being a cynic. But when he asked me that question and said, "What is your goal now? Yeah. You already did this. What is your goal now?" And then I had to sit back, come back, and I was like, "All right, I want to do this, this, this." He said, "All right, now work for that."
And that's a vet.
That's a real
That's a
vet.
fucking vet.
And he wasn't even a
Chris
player.
Mullen.
He wasn't even a player.
But he's still a vet.
Yeah, he was in management.
He was a player.
Yeah, he was a
That's
player.
why he gave. That's why he gave you that whole assessment.
And he had an alcoholic problem when he played, and working out all the time took him out of it.
Yep.
So that was
That could take you out your vice.
and that took him out of his vice. So now I'm dealing with a guy who his vice is playing basketball to get rid of another vice. So that's what I'm saying. And then Mark Jackson, like these guys, like I was blessed. I'm not even gonna lie. Mark Jackson, who used to wake me up and bring me to the gym and say, "Don't look at these dudes, he ain't playing. Don't look at these dudes right here." He said, "I played the last 25 games of the season." I would never forget this, man. He said, just like you ain't playing, he said, "I did not play no games. Everybody got hurt. I played the last 25 games of the season, the last 25, and signed a contract for $25 million. Every game was worth $1 million to me." He said, "So it don't matter how you start off, man. These motherfuckers gonna go down. They're gonna get disinterested. He's gonna call your name. When he calls it, make sure you're ready." Every game I played was worth $1 million. And I was like, damn.
You need 2 or 3 OGs on the team that's like
Man.
that from each position. Letting these young dudes who sit for 20, 30 straight games, like, "Hey, young fella, yeah, man, I've been pitching for 30 games. What can I do?" Hey, it's a long season, 82 game
82
season.
games.
And we might make the playoffs. It might be 95 game season. Trust me, it can turn around, and it can turn around quick. Linsanity happened for 2 weeks and changed his whole life. Only 12 games. People think he had a great season. He went crazy for 2 weeks, 8 games. His life was never the same.
Man.
So you got Ramon Sessions?
Ramon
Sessions' life changed forever.
Yes, bro. So you look at the Bones Highland situation we was talking about. Bones Highland is a
stay
young
ready.
fella. Is like, man,
Stay ready, young fella.
Man, I'm fuck this shit, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Somebody get hurt in the playoffs, and you make 2 threes and win on one playoff series.
But you can't get that opportunity if
you
in
bitter.
the doghouse.
But that's what I said. But the doghouse,
ready, right?
most of the time, we all know how it works, man. If a player is in the doghouse with the coach, whoever hangs around that nigga, you in the doghouse.
You're in the doghouse.
Unless you an OG vet.
Unless you're an OG vet.
That's like, come on, young fella, I'm gonna stay with you. We gonna run.
Yeah, we gonna show him how we working.
Yeah.
We working to get out this.
Let's run these sprints. Let's get these shots after practice. Hey, we ain't played, so we ain't tired. We gotta run these.
Like that's what I said. Sometimes you play the game within the game.
Yep, you gotta play the game within the game.
But to piggyback on that, play the game within the game. A lot of young players don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah, you're right. And we don't explain it to them.
Guess who can though?
You can, but we don't.
No,
that was the thing for me.
The vet. Guess who can?
The
vet, right. But when I was in the league, I kept hearing that. Play the game, young fella, play the game. I'm like, yo, why you keep fucking saying that? What the fuck is the game? It's like, you know. Nah. Come on, man, you know.
We assume.
And it's like, it's kissing ass, saying yes, sir, getting there early. But it was like, bro, I don't know about all that.
Bringing that fake energy. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All that. But we're not being taught that fake energy.
Bring that fake energy.
We're not talking that rah, rah, rah. The shit you was talking about PJ Tucker supposed to bring to show Bones, this is how you supposed to do this fake shit, my nigga. You got to play the
Fake
game.
it till you, hey, just like in life, fake it till you make it. Same thing with the NBA. There was times where I was taught, hey, fake it till you make it. So I go to the gym, right? Go to the gym, go to state, and then I'm tired. Like I got there 4 a.m. Nigga, I didn't shoot no shots, right? But I did this turned it on 1 second, shot the ball, boom, throw it back in it, boom. That motherfucker got 890-something shots, throw the balls everywhere, being that motherfucker just sleep. So when they come out there like, who shot? Oh, Gil out here shooting 800-something shots. I didn't shoot not one. Didn't shoot, but I made it look like it.
Yeah, I don't.
Right?
You played the game.
I don't know if that's the best advice.
Coming there early every single day, like going to sleep early, waking up at 5 to beat the general manager there. So when the general manager pull up and he see the lights on, it's Gilbert every single day, beating him even if I don't show up. He thinks I did, right? Coming in there, come on guys, hey, we're about to beat him. Hey, don't keep your head up, right? Just it's playing the game, like when Pat Bev told Kenyon Martin's son, when they call your name, get up and run. That might be the game you might need to play to get some more time. Like they call your name and you running, and coach says, "Oh, he really want to get in."
You don't feel entitled.
He gonna feel excited about putting you in all the time. This is how y'all supposed to do it, y'all. When I call your name, you run. Those are it's just little things you got to do to put yourself in good graces.
And
it's good graces, man. If it's called kissing ass.
And that matters.
If it's called kissing ass, just like anything in life, right? If you a boss, how would you want people to come to you? Do you want them to say, hey, or hey, Mr. Johnson, hey, you got any work to do?
Yes, Mr.
Hey,
Johnson.
how you doing?
Yes,
hey, how's your family? Oh, shit, my family's good. Happy birthday, Mr. Johnson. Oh, how'd you know it's my birthday? Oh, what's your name?
Believe it or not, that goes a long way.
People, like,
but it's a clash.
Take some humility.
Yes.
And somebody has to teach you.
It's a clash with what we would consider, I'm too real. I'm a real nigga.
Yeah.
That'll get you real.
When I heard, listen, that's what my clash was. I was a real motherfucker. I'm too real for that. What you mean, fake it till you make it? I don't want to hear the word fake. Unless you're talking about them Jordans.
No, Aaron McCann.
I was about to.
I covered my bases. I covered my bases.
I was going to let you finish, though. I was going to let you finish.
I'm ahead of you. I covered my bases. I think I let y'all cook. I let y'all cook. Let me go ahead and get my defense up.
Now.
But it's like, yeah, fake it till you make it. Nah, man, I'm a real, I ain't about to do none of that. But it's a lot of that in the league, in our culture. Man, I'm not about to fake nothing. What you mean, kiss his ass? What you mean, do this? It's like, bro, that's a part of the business. Business ain't nothing real in business. It's all a facade. It's all an illusion. It's all, and that's the thing about business is they don't understand. Like black business and white business is different. White business, they can fuck each other over and still do business with each other because they know that's a part of the business. Hey man, I fucked the man over 2 weeks ago, man, and the janky ass deal went sour, but we got another deal on the table. Brothers, we don't like to do that. It's like, man, once you fucked me over the first time, man, I ain't fucking with you no more. But that's emotions in business. You got to get your emotions out of there, right? And that was the thing for me when I was coming up and I had the whole crown shit. And it was being the king and it was surviving. And I used this as a symbol of, man, I had to be something that I knew everyone couldn't really relate to. And that was survival. But now I can put this down and say, I'm no longer the king, I'm a messenger now. It's no more about me. Because this was about survival, self-absorption, self-awareness. I got to be who I need to be to survive. But now I don't need this shit no more because I'm a messenger. I know now this is about giving the kids something that they can attach themselves to, which is truth. Your truth. Be true to you. And it ain't about necessarily faking it till you're making it. It's understanding that business is not real. We out here to get the bread now.
Right.
So now it's like the passion for the game is what I hang my hat on. The passion for the game can now be interpreted for business now. You got to be a businessman now. Take your passion and you got to be able to transmute it to something more. You can't just always be the real nigga no more.
Being the real is sometimes can be being real broke.
Yes.
And as long as real talk. And as long as your integrity is not compromised, then it's not really faking it. It's doing what you have to do. Because I'm all for it, like some stuff I'm not gonna never do because my integrity. But when it comes to like this game with basketball we talking about, you gotta take your emotions and your feelings out of it sometimes because this is a result-driven business. This is a professional environment. You gotta show up regardless of how you feel and be a professional if you wanna last. Because the average career anyway is 3.5 years, 4 years, regardless of age. Whether you come in at 19 or whether you come in at 30, you got 3 or 4 years on average, and that's it. And how you get past those 3 or 4 years is playing the game, knowing and understanding the game within the game, and having somebody teach you that, taking your feelings out of it. Okay, I'm on the bench, or coach is saying something to me, I'm not taking that personal. I'm in the gym, I'm running, I'm in shape. So that whenever I get my chance, and you gotta remember, I might get traded. So I might go from not playing to being thrust into a lineup. So if I'm pouting, then I get traded to a team, I'm out of shape because I've been pouting for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks. And so you gotta learn that, and you gotta have people that can sit on the bench as players and communicate that to the young dudes.
Is it playing a game or just is a respect level of understanding that everyone has some type of entitlement to power, right? And understanding that everyone has feelings. And if you can discard people's feelings, right, they open up. Right? So when people said, like, when I said, the reason I got 111, I got my 111, 2 knee surgeries, damn near going on 3 knee surgeries, or it was 2 knee surgeries. I said, because I had a relationship with the owner, right? I went to ask him how he's doing, right? You're talking about hundreds and hundreds of millions, billions. Like, who talks to the billionaires? Nobody asks billionaires how they doing, right? It's all about business. Everyone's scared of them. You go up there and say, hey, how was your day? What's going on? What are you going for lunch? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? And then they like, I was just going to Olive Garden and talk to this and have the wife in the movie. Oh, I've seen that movie. That's a good movie. Let me know how the movie was. And you talk to them like regular human beings, they treat you like a regular human being. Same thing with a coach, right? I know I'm not playing, right? I know he's intense. Let me go ask him some regular ass questions. Hey, coach, what you doing after this? If you have any time later on, can you show me some plays or how to get better a little bit? And what, like, you know what I mean? It's improving you, and it's kind of taking away this police versus robber thing.
Victim.
Right? You know what I mean? Like,
break the wall
when I get pulled over, hey, how you doing? Was I speeding? Oh, my bad, I ain't mean to. I know my windows is talking to me, go ahead, roll them down for you. Right, you disarm people.
Yes.
Right, it's the gift is disarming, referees, everything, and that's what playing the game is, learning how to disarm, you know.
Even when you talk about the referees, it's like I was taught to know their name, know their first name, Shotty.
First name, yep.
And when I became the team captain, I can go to the circle, shake their hand. What's up, Tony? What's up? Y'all good? All right, cool. Now, in the game, they came to me and they talked to me because I knew their names. And there was an element of me, a leadership quality that sprung up that I knew I had an advantage over everybody else on the team because I was polite. I understood the business, the qualities of respect, and then becoming personable. All right, not being you gotta smile. They love your smile, Shad. They love it. You got to smile more. You got that frown on your face. They don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. And that's body language. And that's the thing we're not taught is when you get taken out of the game, like you were talking about Kmart's son, run, right? When you come out of the game, run, right? Shake everybody's hand on the bench because the camera's on you, son.
People watching.
We see that you didn't tap the first 3 motherfuckers. Who you don't like.
And the coaches and the GM see it.
Yeah.
We watching. We watching. So
we talk about the vet young players, but let's talk a little bit about just the future of the league. So recently, Adam Silver said that in the wake of NIL, the NBA may look to start player development even earlier. So Norris, you're involved with the G League Ignite, really trying to help these future athletes with their transition to the league. But I got to ask you first, is G League Ignite working?
I believe that it is working. To what degree is it working? That's in the eyes of who's ever judging. But I mean, over the years, if you compare how many draft picks they've had compared to any college program, they've had the most combined minutes. The players that have been drafted compared to any other, like a Kentucky or a UNC or whatever, they contracts of how much they got paid. So I believe that it's worked, but I also understand that there is some room for growth, which when you're starting something, you don't start on top. G League Ignite is 3 years old. So obviously there's some growth that still needs to happen, but I believe that it is working. The players that have, been drafted, Green is playing well for the Rockets. He's probably gonna get a max deal. Camp, who's a role player for the Bucks, but he's a pro. He's looking, he's a young player. I think he's 21 years old, playing his role on the team. Scoot is, he's gonna probably make the all-rookie team this year. His body is in shape. He came in shape. Still got to learn the game. Point guard is a tough position to learn, but he's playing well for a rookie. So I think that is working, but I also understand that there's room for improvement. But I do believe that it's working, and I think that it has been positive so far.
Do you think they should have another team? So all the talent that these kids are showing, they're not handicapping themselves?
That's a big thing. So this season, it was a lot of young guys on our team like this year, and it's hard to develop all of them at once because you need to saturate it with vets around them so that they can get the one-on-one tools that they need. Instead of having maybe 11 on one team, maybe have 5 or 6 on one team, surrounded by vets. And so having multiple teams maybe may work, but having the one team I think is good because everyone's not going to come to the G League at night. They're going to go other places, but this is just one avenue. And if the guys who choose not to take NIL money and want to play and start training like they're in the NBA already, then this is the route for it. It's just to give you options. There's more than one option for everything, and I think this is a great avenue for certain type of players with certain mentalities.
I mean, my assessment is a little different because I feel like structurally, the fundamentals of the game, when you talk about the G League at night, it's not being taught on the level where college basketball would teach it, right? Where you're talking about, 4-minute shell drill. You're talking about being able to close out, being able to, force baseline, certain little elements that we were all taught when we went to college. And during the years in college, helped us realize fundamentally that you can survive on your fundamentals in the league. And now that what we see is this unpredictable basketball is what Kobe and Phil talked about is the drive and kick era. Everything is drive and kick. Everything is freestyle, freelance. And what I see in the G League at night, because I was on board initially, just to give the younger guys better opportunities to flourish without having to go to college, right? But then you see the results. We talk about the results behind coming in as a Scoot Henderson. This is your 3rd year. You should be a 3rd year college player coming into the NBA and having the actual resume or the attributes to prove that, right? So if you did 3 years in college and you've proven to be the most dominant player coming out of college, what it does for you when you get to the league is you say, man, my transition is a lot smoother because I have all of the little things. I know how to adapt to what the coaches are asking me to do, and I know how to fundamentally get my shot off because I worked on these things, but I also know the structure of team. When you talk about these young players now, you see that they don't, what Adam Silver is complaining about is the lack of fundamentals. They don't have the skill set. They have all the talent and potential. The skill set is missing. So you're looking at, all right, how do we give them more skill set opportunities, practicing and all that when we're giving them in the G League at night NBA sets? We're giving them all of the things that they're going to be prepared for, but we're not teaching them the fundamentals of the game. I think that's what happens in college. So if you did those 3 years in college, you're being broken down, you're being held accountable, and you have an opportunity to be disciplined enough. Like Gil always said, when he was in college in his 2nd year or that 1st year, you had to fight to get in front of certain guys. I got my opportunity because I fought to get in front of these motherfuckers because they thought that shit was sweet.
Right.
But that created a work ethic for him. For me, I came on, I already had my work ethic from college because I was playing with 5th-year seniors for 2 years in high school. So it was already preparation that was like, all right, my goal now is to be the best. From the moment I touch ground the freshman year to the moment I leave, I'm going to outwork these guys because I've already created a work ethic. But when you come from high school, you go to the G League at night, and then you go straight to the league, things are kind of, it's like here.
It's not necessarily given, and it is a different philosophy than college. that don't make one better or worse. It just means it's different.
Right.
Because there's things in college that don't prepare you for the NBA. So you do learn fundamentals, you do learn things, but there's no 35 seconds in the NBA.
Right.
You got to know how to do your stuff in 24 seconds.
Right.
You know how to get to spacing. The conditioning level in college, they condition you just to play 35 games in March Madness. G League Ignite, they run it every day, even the day before games, because we're preparing their bodies to be able to play 82. They're lifting they lift almost every single day to get, because they're not thinking about the short term, they're thinking about the long term. And so there's differences in philosophies, and we do teach them fundamentals, but you can't do it the same way college does it, but that's why this is an option. If you want to go to college, go to college. If you want to go to here, I think the bigger problem is who's coaching them before they get to this level.
Mm-hmm.
Which, the amateur, the high school or the pee-wee, and then the evaluators who drafting these guys. If, you're drafting younger, that's a risk. When you're drafting a guy 1 year or 2 year removed from high school, there's only so much developing that can happen in 2 years. You can't skip steps. It took Kobe 7, 8 years to get to. It took Kevin Garnett 6, 7, 8 years to get to where they. So it's gonna take these young guys time. So either let them go to college, or draft a cat that's older.
But Kobe did say, in his waiting process, watching his peers play and him not playing, I could have went to college.
Yes.
Got the same type of, development that I'm sitting here watching. I'm watching these dudes play, and I could have been playing. And he said that's what's hurt him the most inside. I was like, damn, I could have just went to college. Now I'm sitting over here on the bench and woo, 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 but he still panned out because of work ethic.
But some guys' game, I ain't gonna lie, some guys' game
is not meant for college.
Are not meant for college.
100%.
Like Matas, Tyler, Ron could have went to college too, but his game. These guys have NBA bodies, long. You know how the NBA. Look at the NBA prototype: tall, long, skinny, but athletic.
They built for knowledge, though. Remember we was talking about Jokic knowledge.
That's why I'm about to tell you. That's why with the G League Ignite, we have vets like John Jenkins. Pooh Jeter was there last year. I'm there. Coach Hart, who was a journeyman in the NBA, who played 10 years, and he's the head coach. Like he's you know what I'm saying, and he was a role player, so he understands the value of working. And so that's what we teaching these guys. But there's just a time. It takes time, because you never know. Some of these guys are the #1 ranked players, but #1 ranked players don't mean that they are fundamentally sound. They might just be gifted. They might know how to shoot and jump out this gym, but you ask them to do the right angle on the show, or you ask them to guard a pin down and be in help side position. These are things that they've never hammered home before. Right. And so these are things that we're doing. And then guess what? After this year, we starting all over, a whole new group of young kids. And so
there has to be a way to mix the two.
Yes,
right?
And that's why I said there's room for that's why I said there's room for growth. But to say it's not working, I don't believe that it's not working. I just believe there's room for growth. But to start off, I mean, you're a young guy, you don't want to go to college, you're able to get paid, you start to learn how to use your time.
I think someone like Scoot Henderson kind of made them question the whole G League. Not to point him out, but he was in the G League 2 years, G League Ignite, right? And, he's a high school kid who skipped his junior year, right? Skipped his junior year, came there, which means he had 2 years in an elevated NBA machine, right? College, you got fucking classes, right? Boom. So if you don't want to go to class and you want to just train like a pro, like you in class, going to class, and you can only work out for 2 hours. I can work out 10 hours a day, right? That is the idea of the G League. So when you're saying, okay, this kid had 2 years, we can see his body, he's the youngest player in the All-Star game, this is the star. So when he comes in, he's been in this program, he's been in this machine for 2 years. He's supposed to have been the most ready coming into the NBA.
Yep.
And from the evaluator standpoint, like when he comes in, while everybody's in school, he's training 10 hours a day. He's doing it. That's the idea that
He was doing that.
So, and I know I can see.
He's a workhorse, bro. He's a workhorse.
So when he comes to the NBA and it's not translating very well, you're like, well, you're the one that had the biggest advantage in You played in the All-Star game. You did this. You've been a pro for 2 years, and
what rookie point guards are better than him though? I'm saying for him, rookies. For a rookie, who's better and more developed than Scoot as a rookie?
not really none. But the idea of coming off the bench, and I think that was just a bad look.
It wasn't supposed to be him coming off the bench.
I thought
none of that.
I thought it was
star right away.
I thought it was no.
That's tough though. How many stars are in this league?
No. From Chauncey's standpoint, I thought it was a bad look for your. I don't care what's going on. I'm not gonna put him off the bench, or I'm not gonna send him to the G League.
Period.
It's a bad example. Like, you can't send him to the G League because that's where the fuck we drafted him from.
But who did you get rid of?
I gave Dame.
Rid of Dame because we got a future guy. But then you're not thinking.
But he can still be a future though.
Anthony Simons.
Don't judge him off of 1 year.
No.
Look,
No, because he's really young. But I'm just saying, as a coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
I make it look bad by me putting him down to the G League for a couple games, or me bringing him off the bench as a six man, right? I'm watching him against Bucks, and I'm like, what the fuck he coming off the bench for?
Period.
Man, what's the point of him coming off the bench? He's your future. There's no future coming off the bench right now. You let him play, you let him learn, you let him adjust in real fucking time. He got to guard Kyrie. He got to guard this guy. If I got to play him 30-something minutes, that's why we drafted him so high. And let this first year be his accelerated year, and then boom, next year, that's what I expect from him.
And
you don't think they're going to do that the last 30 games of the season?
I need it.
Last 25?
Anthony Simons is there right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he go to college?
Nope.
He did not go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the star player on the Blazers?
Yeah.
Is he the franchise guy there?
He's the face
right
now.
He's the face.
He's the face right now.
Dame gave him the keys, right? But that isn't how it looked. It looked like, look, Dame, we got a 0 coming in here. We're gonna give him the keys because he got number 2 pick. And like Gil was saying, 2 years of development, you should be ready to take over perceivably what Dame is leaving behind. But that wasn't the case because there was already someone else next up. Anthony had already how many years? He's in his 5th year.
Drafted 2018, yes.
He's in his 5th year. He's been priming for this, salivating like, yo, I'm not about to let this young nigga come in here and take my shit. He got to outwork me. He got to out-skill me. And he's not ready for that. And that's what the thing is. We hate to see Chauncey send him down here, bring him off the bench. But to Gil's point, Scoot's supposed to be, from a results perspective, ready to go.
Yeah,
I think for his age.
Yeah. No, for his age, he's perfect.
For his age, he's gonna be okay. And he's learning. These are things that he can put in his memory bank. You know, sitting on the bench, learning from mistakes. Going forward, it's gonna help him. Because Chauncey, you know, before he became Chauncey, was like a journeyman, had to learn something.
But Chauncey didn't have the G League at night.
No, I'm
just saying.
Chauncey wasn't 19 when he came in.
No, but I'm just saying, Chauncey's a point guard, so he might be thinking how he came up and using. I don't know what he's thinking, but I'm saying that's maybe what he's thinking.
But think about it like this, from just an emotional standpoint, from a young kid, right? You're the 3rd pick in the draft, right?
Second.
No, 3rd.
No, he was the second pick.
No, second was Charlotte.
Charlotte, 3rd. Miller went second.
So number 1 is playing, starting. Number 2 starting. I'm bench.
That's crazy.
Number 4.
Crazy.
Number 5. Right? I mean, so it's like one of those things is, as a coach, like Wemby.
But you can't judge your program based off of what other programs.
But what I'm saying is
confidence of a player.
What I'm saying is the confidence of the player. I'm watching the guys in front of me. Like, I win against Wemby. Motherfucker, I stood my own.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? He's out there playing. His coach is allowing him to do whatever the fuck he out here doing this shit. And in last place. The fuck are we trying to win for, in a sense of, if I'm playing 82-something games playing this, what do you think I'm going to be next year?
Right.
My confidence, I average 16 points in this. What you think I'm going to turn into next year? Now I got a whole feel of it. You sitting me on the bench and this. Next year, what I was supposed to do this year, learn in real time, that's what I'm going to be doing next year.
Yep.
You're slowing down the progression.
And you
put me in now.
And he's also had some injuries too, so that might have been the reason why he was coming off the bench. He's had some injuries.
Nah, you know for a fact, when you talk about confidence and a guy's like out there not doing what he's supposed to do, which is taking care of the ball, doing certain things, playing defense the way you're supposed to play defense, missing assignments. We got the whole strategy,
For sure.
scouting report, everything, and you fucking that up because is it not translating from what you were learning from where you were just at? Did they not teach you these things? Because the expectation has already been set. You're number 3. We expect you to fit right in and propel us. So for the confidence standpoint from Chauncey, you're like, how much time do I give him before I have to set an example?
Why you set an example for a 19-year-old?
Exactly.
I don't see what's wrong with that, though. If he's your future, then you should groom him the way you think that you should groom him. If that means sitting him down, letting him watch a little bit to learn, what's wrong with that?
Because
I don't see what's wrong with that because you lose him anyway.
Because it slows down your.
Because Wemby and them make mistakes. Miller and them make mistakes.
No.
What happened with Wiseman?
No, think about it.
It ruined him.
It ruined him.
But I think it ruined him they had him trying to play like Draymond Green.
No, what I'm saying is, think about it. Think about Miller at the beginning of the year struggling.
Look where he turned out.
Where it turned out. Same thing. You have to let
But
you have to let
halfway,
him. But I'm saying you have to let him struggle to learn the ins and outs every day. And then there's a moment, there's a game that
it clicks.
It clicks.
So what if he starts? But you gotta think it's a long season. What if he plays after this All-Star break? He starts from now to the end of the season.
And let him
after having what he went through the first half of the season, I think that's great for his mental going into next season. I think that fashions him. Mentally, I think that fashions him. He sat out some games, came off the bench because he was making some mistakes, learn, watch, didn't like it, but he gets to register all that. And then the second half of the season, they like, listen, all right, after trade deadline, all right, young fella, this is your time to get it until April 15th.
Yes.
Play through. I think that would make sense.
Yeah, it
would make sense.
Rookie wall. That's what rookie wall is. Once you hit past the All-Star break and you start to get that cleaning your ears out, like, okay, now I'm seeing I'm seeing how my peers are bouncing back. Like, he struggled just like I was struggling.
I'm sure I got benched.
The game is down.
And that's the difference. It's like he's struggling because he actually got to play and he just wasn't hitting. He's just off. I'm struggling because I don't even know when I'm gonna even play. I'm coming off the bench. I don't know how many minutes. I'm getting in foul trouble. I don't know none of this shit. Now I hit this rookie wall. How I'm gonna bounce back now? Now it's the bounce back season.
Well, let's bounce forward and move on to MostlyFans, another spirited day in the Gills Arena. I give it a C-.
You doing your thing, Josiah.
I try hard. Thank you, Norris. First person
got
ever.
your De La Soul sweater on.
Norris, first person to give me a compliment.
Do your thing, Joe.
So you should go
in Gills Arena history. Rashad gives me compliments.
See
how
you be doing,
we're gonna stick together, Rashad. We're gonna team up on this thing. Just been steady Gill up multiple months now. Gill Stringer Bell in this analogy. So first one is a question from R Stack XS. This is for Norris. What's your favorite off-court memory with the Heat?
Man, it's hard to pick one out. The Harlem Shake video.
Class.
So can you give us the details of the Heat's legendary Harlem Shake video? How did it all come together? Who picked the different roles?
So it was trending. And we was the hottest team in all the sports. So we was like, yo, y'all want to do the video? D-Wade was talking about it. Braun was talking about it. But we had a game against Memphis. And Memphis is back then, it wasn't no easy game. It was Zach and Randall. So we was like, yeah, we want to do it. Forget it. We got to do it while the trend hot. So D-Wade had the uniforms and all that. We was like, but we got to win tomorrow because Pat going to kill us. Because once we post this, it's going to go viral. We had our characters. I was NC Hammer. You know what I mean? D-Wade had the same, but Birdman. We like, Birdman, you got to kick it off. You the biggest character on the team. And so we was like, yeah, we going to do it. And so we had all the props in the locker room and all that before practice. We did this before practice, or right after practice we did it. And once we put sin, we was like, all right, we about to put sin. But once we put sin, it went everywhere. Pat didn't say a word. He was pissed. I know he was pissed. We went out there and whooped Memphis, and so it was nothing to be said. After the game, we was like, it would have been no phones in the locker room, no videos before games, all type of stuff could happen. So I would say, other than the parade, obviously, winning the championship in the parade, nothing tops that. But with the team, the camaraderie, that Harlem Shake video was.
We have the video here, Birdman kicking it off. Getting his bird on.
Yeah, do not play the sound.
Do the Harlem do 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 do.
Shout out Mario Kart rocking the Mario out.
Super Mario.
So who secured all the outfits? Were they just readily available?
D-Wade.
Okay, he got
already. Yeah.
Shout out D-Wade.
Did the work level go up after that?
Popularity levels increased.
Yes, that was.
So, our next question from the chat is from Trend Dodging. That's his underdog username. What's a play an opponent made that was so good it made you react like you were a teammate? So his example is the Gerald Green windmill versus the Rockets.
Oh. Mine was Vince Carter. Baseline dunk on Jay Rich. You know, in Toronto, it was like my second or third game in the NBA. And yeah, it was depressing, but I jumped up on the court like, oh shit, did y'all see what Vince Carter did? Like I'm all on the court about to get his motherfucker high five. Get your black ass back here. Right, so like sit down, bro. Like and I'm at the end of the bit like, no, did you see? Oh my God. Jason Richardson look at me like this. I was like, oh God, that's Vince. And then I realized I was Vince Carter. And yeah, I ain't even ready for this game. Yeah, I don't want no parts of this NBA, bro. Where that other NBA? Where that Summer League NBA? Where them players at again? Because this is not what I signed up for.
So Rashad, what's a play an opponent made that was so good you made you react like you were a teammate?
Man, I think it was Stromile Swift, man. He dunked on, I think it was Eddie Griffin, man. Rest in peace, EG. But he dunked on the man so hard, man. I was the only one that actually, like, oh my God! On my own, like, stood up and everything. Lord have mercy. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. Like, bro, for real? Like, yeah, for real, my nigga. That shit was devastating. Devastating. It was devastating. I was like, yo, man.
I had to say, I didn't cheer for him, but like on the inside, I was like, dang, that was cold. When we was in the playoffs in New Orleans, when they came back and Steph hit that three in the corner over AD, and that they didn't even call the foul. They could have, should have been an N1, man. He made that shot. It was like, it was because of the playoffs, so you don't cheer for the other team at all. But in your mind, I was like, yo, that was cold. Cold-blooded. That was cold. Because AD stretched all. It's hard to shoot over AD. They stretched, and Steph, and like sided, like was falling out of bounds, and that mud was all net, and it was like completed the comeback. And we was up in the fourth, and they completed that comeback, and it was that shot. I was like, that cat Steph is different. That cat Steph is different.
Shout out Chef Curry.
Man, I was sinking in my chair. I was like,
last question is a video question from underdog user Larry Legend at the Lake.
What are the strangest conditions you've played basketball under? I got some double rims here I play on every day. It's 26 degrees today. So what's your strangest conditions you all have ever played ball under? Thanks. Love you guys.
He looked like he about to call the cops on the Gills Arena barbecue, but we good. So what's the strangest conditions you play basketball in?
Berry Farms. Berry Farms, because I pulled up in my Maybach thinking everything was sweet, right? And then you get out there and then you realize it was the hood.
Trenches.
Right, the trench, like so, they didn't have bleachers at the time, so everyone grabbed their own lawn chairs, created their own front row, and they smoking weed, like it's just like, oh shit, is this, you supposed to do this? Right, and then just the whole atmosphere was like one of those atmospheres like I never been to the Rucker at this point, right? So I never been to the Rucker, so I didn't know what the atmosphere was, but going there, like, I'm the NBA player and they already talking shit to me because of the point, like, I was a little nervous, right? Like, oh shit, like, niggas. Ooh, this is a little different than the MCI Center. And then it triggered. right? Because they was like, yeah, you know, Kurt Bone gonna go over there, and you know he about to get that business. What he did to Stephon Marbury, what he did to Steve Francis, and this. And then I'm looking like, who are they talking about? And then they showed me, oh, y'all crazy. Oh, y'all crazy. Like I get too many buckets for this.
Like him?
Yeah. And then I was like, just get buckets. Don't worry about like trying to be flashy or something. So I went out there and got
busy.
Got busy. Oh, he ain't gonna come tomorrow. Came back tomorrow. Came back the next day. And then it was just such an environment. But I think that kind of prepared me for like arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, like, yo, I've been through this before. Right?
Ain't nothing like
it ain't nothing like, I ain't gonna lie, there's nothing like it. Like, and then when I went to the Rutgers, I ain't like, nah, this ain't even it. Y'all got stands and shit. Y'all ain't gotta do sitting right on the sideline, like, yeah, all right, we're gonna see what you really about. Like, damn.
Strangest conditions you played in, Rashad?
I was in Uruguay.
Come again?
Uruguay. It's a country.
South America.
Yeah.
South America?
Yeah.
What they say, Uruguay. Man, one side of the gym didn't have no stands. It was like a stage. It was the wall, and it was our bench, their bench, scorekeeper wall. That shit went straight up, stands, straight up in the air. It was nothing but all of them. It was us and all of them. Flags. They had a whole band. Bro, I never seen or heard anything this loud before. The rims, the backboard was wood backboards. And every time you shot, you could hear the clunk of the wood, right? But every time they was being, never seen anything like it. They was dancing on the floor, break dance. Man, listen.
Was it fun?
What? We got our ass whooped. They had to work in there, half naked, dancing around. Just the flag. It was the most incredible shit I've ever seen. And I had played a couple of different places. I played in Lebanon, played in Philippines, Dominican, all these different places. But Uruguay, Brazil had some crazy shit. Venezuela had some crazy shit. But this place, and they had niggas with the guns on the end, waiting. Some shit to pop
Norris,
off.
how about yourself?
I say it had to be playing in Serbia, playing against Red Star, man. The way the fans was, they tried to send bullies to intimidate us on the court. You know how you come out and run out, you get the balls and you start warming up. They had dudes that was kicking the basketballs around, throwing them. They was throwing nickels and batteries and firecrackers on the court. You know, spitting on the sideline. It was crazy environment because it was game 5. Over there, you play 5 game series for the championship. It was the game 5, and they was trying to throw us off our game, and so that we didn't get that last game, and we didn't. They had to postpone the game for 2 hours to get the court cleaned up, to get the fans in check. And the game was supposed to start at 7. The game started till like 9:30, and we lost by like 30 or 40 points, man. It was at that point I was ready to go home. Because it was I was like, listen, I didn't come out here for this.
Right.
Because now I'm not even thinking about basketball no more. I'm thinking about like survival. Like if one of these dudes get close to me, I'm gonna jaw him. I'm gonna put him. And then I'm gonna get mauled by 9,000 people. That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, if this dude get close to me and he spit on me, or he throws a battery at me and he's in my arm's length, I'm gonna knock him out. And then 9,000 brates are gonna
whoop your ass.
Yes. So I was just getting through the game. I was just getting through the game to end the game, and I left normally I take my uniform with me. That uniform I left there. It had stuff all on it from the fans throwing stuff on it. I couldn't wait to take a shower and get out of there. That was the strangest environment ever.
You ever had the banana situation?
What?
They threw bananas, and they had the bananas a couple different places. They were eating the bananas.
No. They threw pop.
The
They threw
imports.
pop and stuff.
The only black people in certain countries that I play for were the imports.
They
would bring the bananas to the game and eat the bananas and go, ooh.
I didn't go through that.
I'm like, yo, for real? For real? Look, and then the little kids, after the game, you trying to get to the bus.
They'll be doing it.
The little kids is doing that.
Yeah, I heard of it. I heard of that, but I never got, thank God I ain't never had to go through that, man. That was, people don't understand that overseas grind different.
Different.
That overseas grind is different because you never feel intimidated playing in the NBA arena. Like, the fans are loud, but you know it's against the law for them to cross the line. They will be banned for life. If they touch you, throw something, that's assault, all type of stuff. That ain't the rules out there.
It's a different
It's
level.
encouraged.
It's a different level of race. That's why people be talking about racism over here. I'd be looking at them like they crazy. Because you ain't never like been on an elevator and motherfuckers let the elevator go because you want it. I don't know. We'll get the next one.
Yeah, you ain't never been spit on in broad daylight and a bunch of people spitting and you can't punch them back or you'll be the one to get arrested.
Security guard that sit there with the gun right there. Yeah, I spit on
They
you
throwing
too.
nickels on the court, throwing firecrackers, boom, on the court, and then they don't do nothing but just go out there and just sweep it off, get the crowd back in order, and the game continues. Man, that happened in America, the whole arena is getting shut.
For sure.
If one of these stars ever seen that happen, they ain't not gonna want to play no more. The game is over. Gil, if you was getting warmed up to play the Cavaliers in Cleveland and they threw one of those, you know, the ones you throw on the ground, one of those little bottle rockets, boom, on the court, you would pee on yourself.
When I'm peeing, I'm in the locker room chilling.
The referees.
All home games.
The referees don't fuck with you because they act like they don't speak English, but they just don't like me.
But you know what, they got to live out there. So the referees got to go according to the plan
according to the
too.
plan.
So if you're going to win, like the games that we did win and pushed it to a game 5, I like had to go for 30 and like, you know, put up a crazy stat line just to, because if not, if you don't play above and beyond with the refs, you're not going to win.
Oh, yeah. I almost hit a couple reps.
You're not going to win because they got to live out there.
Real nasty over there, like really, like cock back, like nigga,
I ain't
don't
gonna lie,
cheat
though.
me.
I ain't gonna lie though, I like some of them European atmospheres though. Because when they came to our home court,
nice.
Oh, and they returned the favor.
Oh yeah.
If you treat somebody rough at their home court, you gotta come to ours.
Oh yeah. They fucked one of the referees up on our home court. Like he couldn't even leave. They turned his car over.
Yeah, you gotta come back. So be careful what you dish out.
Well, Norris, we appreciate you coming to our home court on Gil's Arena.
Oh yeah.
Damian was did 3 hours today, y'all. Congratulations. I might be a new Gil's Arena record. Appreciate you to everybody rocking with us.
This feel like normal.
This is a normal day.
Everybody
Gil's
over here
Arena.
like this.
Production crew salty, but that's why.
You see that face over there.
Y'all getting paid anyway. They're still getting a check, motherfucker. Shit.
We ain't getting paid for all this. But tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of Gil's Arena. So make sure y'all tune in with us. Tomorrow, Gil. We did it. We made it a year. We ain't got booted off the airwaves yet. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. As always, download the app, use promo code GIL. We're going to have most of the crew here. Obviously, Lexi is doing what she's doing. Norris, we appreciate you pulling up these 2 days. You will be back on the couch soon.
Yes, sir.
And we will see y'all tomorrow, Wednesday, on Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Woo, woo! A new record, ladies and gentlemen.
3 hours.